All right. So, who wants to explain what happened last week for people that weren't here? And for everybody else, including me. I wasn't there.
Did it ever really happen?
Who's got this? I do this every time.
Dude, there's a reason you do this every
You're
time.
really good at it.
Who listens?
Last session, we finished off the Kelvin's Cairn section of our mission where we headed up farther on the mountain to find Asterisk, or the tiefling we believe to be Asterisk.
It's positively identified.
In a deep crevice, next to a decapitated dwarf. Her body had been frozen solid, long lost to the frozen wasteland that is Icewind Dale. Our halfling cleric friend clung to her body and tried to sort of get a hold of herself. And we collected the body of both Asterisk and Nikingo.
Oh, they fucking died. Shit. Unlucky.
Yep.
The body?
Yeah, we collected both the bodies and began our trek back down the mountain.
And ate them.
Nope.
For fun.
No, they were too cold. One was just bones. You can't really get too much out of that. The other one was frozen solid. It would have taken like a really big microwave.
Correct. And
Also known as Sacred Flame.
Then upon making it back to Caer Konig, I believe it is.
Caer Denival?
No, Caer Denival was the other place. Caer
Caer
Konig is where we found the silver dragonborn named...
Oh yeah, the super drunk mayor.
Yeah, named Tarvis, I think it was?
Trovis, I believe.
Trovis. And he accused us of being invisible thieves, but really gave up that line of questioning as soon as we said, no, we're not them.
Well, he can't see us. So
he can't see that we were visible. He then conscripted us to look into this case, and we really, really fucking gave it our all, where we looked around and said, there are dwarf footprints heading off to the mountain. We're tired. We're not looking into that right now.
They had a gamer lantern in front of their bar.
That is true.
And this was just a picture of Trovis, the town speaker of Caer Konig.
Right, because Will had muted his recording and had not captured the conversation we had with this man.
I recapped it in the recording, so it's fine.
But
I got rid of my mute button. It's okay. It won't happen again.
They had a RGB lantern outside their tavern that was stolen, and a local tavern had a goat, and there were dwarf footprints heading off to Caer.
Now, not to poke holes into this incredibly convoluted theory, but if it was an RGB lantern, it would probably be LED, which means it wouldn't actually emit heat. So is there any real
magic
reason?
Yeah, no, it was just above the door. Well, because it was theirs.
Or care about it?
No,
don't you think
it was magic. It was
cool?
It was just stolen.
RGB lantern is just a nickname. It's a magical lantern that changes colors.
Yeah,
and we. I mean, I wasn't there, so.
Yeah,
but we cared about this because...
Well, no, we cared because it was a part of the things that they stole.
We were being hired.
Okay,
they were stealing a lot of things, and that was just one of them that they cared about.
That feels
money,
like potentially
jewels.
The least important of all the things that they were stealing.
I wanted the gamer lantern,
Correct.
not gonna lie.
Correct, it is the least important, but it was also the only thing that was shiny that I could remember. And so
except
it was at the
gold?
Well, I mean...
They talk more about, like,
goats aren't shiny.
I mean, clearly, we haven't been seeing the same goats.
I don't want to know what that means.
You know,
anyway,
their pupils are kind of like coin slots.
We were able to track them heading in the direction of Kelvin's Cairn, but we sort of assessed the state that we were in, realized we were a man down and $1 short, and instead decided that we should turn in our mission. We could solve the murders that were a slightly more pressing crime that we had not taken care of yet, and deal with that first.
Wait, it's a crime to kill people?
Also, for Zaltu's sake, this is
Depends
the
on the
scene
state.
that they had found Asterix.
Yes.
Just looking at a pair of blue boots in the snow.
He
She had
fucking
frozen
dead, dude.
Yeah, they're
They
both
both
dead.
fucking dead.
The dwarf was decapitated as well.
Yeah,
And then
he was there for some time.
we had really beat cheeks, put feet to pavement, and made our way back to Targos.
Yeah.
Where we had discovered that there had been yet another murder of a seemingly slightly more well-off seamstress.
Got an ice knife in her throat.
Yeah, not the spell ice knife, but a knife formed
An actual
perfectly
mace.
of ice.
Okay.
Yes. And then we turned in our mission, got our level up, some scrimshaw that we were going to get.
Sell or something.
Yeah, that we were gonna sell. Get. That we were gonna sell or get appraised, and we decided to rest at a tavern for the night. We had got one night's sleep sort of covered for us. I had paid for some drinks, decided to stay down in the bar and finish my drink when I had saw the bad guy TM chilling
Yeah.
and
You guys-
having his drinks, like twirling his mustache,
He didn't have a
looking-
mustache.
Flipping a
Did he have
dagger made of
monocle and a
ice.
top hat?
Literally just having a drink. The only reason why you thought he was the bad guy is because his eyes were blue
No, he
like the
looked-
frozen lake.
No. He looked like he was like everyone looked cold and like
Well,
a
that
little
too,
bundled
yeah.
up, but he like looked like he was
in
dressed
his,
for
summer
like
wear outfit.
yeah, he was in like a summer wear. Like I work
had,
on
like,
the
a
docks
vest.
outfit. Yeah,
But it
and,
wasn't like it wasn't like a windbreaker vest. It was just a vest, a stylish
yeah.
vest.
He's got like a pencil mustache. He's like got
No.
these like cold,
The actual-
Clearly
frozen.
evil.
He's got these
Very
frozen
uncomfortable mustache.
eyes, and he like made eye contact with my character, and the fucking
Clearly.
Yeah,
the
he didn't have any
ears up.
facial hair,
weird
by the way.
rings. This and then like a red cloaked dwarf woman came in and was just like, "Hey, we're leaving town."
And
got
then he
up and
picked
left.
up his mustache and laughed.
He did his mustache that he had taken off of his face and set down so
Well,
that
he
he could
didn't
drink
want to
his.
drink. And
Yeah,
get
he
the
didn't
foam
want to get
in
the foam stuck in
yeah.
the mustache.
Yeah,
of course,
understandable.
Yeah, of
Understandable.
course, yeah.
He still had to brush it out too.
He did. He pet it and then he combed it and then it made like this
It
weird
purred.
purring noise.
Yeah, I heard that
know,
too.
yeah.
I didn't. I thought that was
My
someone
passive
else.
perception was high enough. I picked it up.
I need to find new players.
Yeah, this is where you put your roll call out.
This is
anyone
where
in the comments?
this is where I put my foot down.
Yeah.
He didn't have a mustache. That's what I've been saying. Anyway, yeah. So you guys decided not to confront him at all, or even talk to him. Only one of you guys was there, and you guys are pretty tired from the massive day's trek. So you all decided to go to sleep for the night, and you wake up the next morning in your tavern rooms. One of you, at the very least, feeling a little bit worrisome, but everybody else feeling rather rested. It is important to know that John is not there.
John was only
Yeah,
a figment of your imagination.
John is not there right now.
John.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Don't
he
worry
was
about
ever
that,
really
that'll come in
real.
later. We're doing some slight retconning, just because the character wasn't quite ready when last time Zaltu was
What?
playing.
What? Nah.
Now he is.
No problem.
Now he is. So you guys wake up in the tavern. I can go ahead and bring you guys over to Targos, just so we have the map. You guys are, in fact, at the Luskin Arms. That is the inn you guys are in. It's more of an inn, less of a tavern. So yeah, you guys are like right here.
Indigo definitely like gets out of the fucking little like twin bed he was sleeping in that like his fucking knees were hanging over out of.
Aurelia's got a king size.
Yeah, it like wasn't properly explained to them like which bed was which.
Yeah.
He's like, oh fucking, oh.
I think Aurelia sleeps with one of those eye masks that has like the closed
Probably,
eyelids
yes.
on the top of it.
It's probably like infused with perfume too. Just
Yeah.
to,
It smells
otherwise,
wonderful,
ugh.
Puts like the 2 little lotion drops on it before he goes to bed.
Yeah, he's got the under eye masks on.
yeah, the under eye creams.
Do we have a plan of action for today? I don't know if we.
Indigo is gonna get the group together and inform them of the situation from last night. So Indigo is gonna wake up fairly bright and early because that's how Indigo rolls, and he's gonna go to both Strawn and Aurelia's room, and it's just the boom, 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 boom.
Aurelia is not awake. He will have to wake up to get to the door. He is not conscious this early.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then he opens it, and his eye mask is still down. And
Boom,
he doesn't
boom,
know.
boom. But like the door's already open, so it's just twice on your face. Just
Aurelia goes back to sleep forcibly.
Yeah, he's done.
no,
He's knocked unconscious.
you
He had 1 HP.
No, you can survive the 2 hits now. No, you can.
I don't know about 2. I can survive the 1.
No, you can survive the 2 because I don't have proficiency with bludgeoning damage. You can. It would be 10 HP.
At worst, that's like 10 or 8 HP.
Yeah, look at you making your way up in the world.
I'm strong.
Yeah. Indigo will once Strawn and Aurelia are both up, we'll sort of get them together. And you'll be
What's
like
Strawn's wake up routine? Actually, I need to know this for research purposes.
Yeah, does he wash his face before bed or in the morning?
He's
He?
he
She?
she.
It?
I
one of
get to
those.
do it. I get to do it. Shut up. I get to do it. I'll fix it.
Do you?
I get to do it. I do.
I thought the whole point was. Never mind. I'm done.
Are you about
I'm
to
done.
tell me how to live my life? Are you gonna do
Yes.
that?
No, I'm telling you how to talk to him.
He is the DM.
Her.
He has that
Shit.
power.
He? You say he? That's it.
There's a
Restart the stream.
landscape I'm not equipped to properly traverse.
Yeah.
This is a snowy tundra, man. I don't got
This is
snowshoes
not
on.
my favorite terrain.
I got flip flops.
And an anime shirt.
But yeah,
my Ahegao hoodie is not thick enough for this.
Yeah.
with Strawn not needing to sleep for, if I remember correctly, a full night, right?
I
Took that
think half.
invitation?
I think half. No,
What?
no. Half elves still need like human sleep. I believe they just have
Okay,
resistances against
Is he a-
spells that put them to sleep.
Is he a half elf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know
I'm
that's
gonna be
not
real,
come up yet.
I did not know what he was. Like I saw the picture you submitted, and I was like tall goblin, maybe. I don't know.
They're drow half elf.
But yeah,
Anyway.
Strawn will be waking up and immediately, until anybody comes and gets him, be writing down on a bunch of scrap pieces of paper and in his book.
All right. Nobody comes and gets them.
I got yeah, that's fairly bright and early is when Indigo comes and gets.
It's around.
Aurelia
It's pretty
Grog.
early. Like
Yeah.
the aurora is now out. You guys can look at the window and you can see the dim light that it casts across the entire town.
Indigo sits down in Aurelia's room with them and Strawn and is just like, I think I found a murderer last night. They were with the Torg dwarf. They were leaving town. I think they came here from Tourmaline. They're probably going back to Bryn Shander, but we can check. The guards wouldn't have seen which direction they came from.
I mean, they'd have to go from somewhere.
Yeah. The trail is hot from here. Our best
It was
plan
8
of action
hours
is to
ago.
move out. Yeah, but it's hot. It's hotter than
very
it's been.
hot.
Wait,
It's hotter than it's been.
did they leave at that time, or are they preparing to leave? Like,
They
would they have
left.
left at night?
They left because she kicked in the door and said, "We need to go," and then he got up and left.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So she's like, so he's just like, "We need to go."
You're not good at
They
expressions,
they still
but
need
you
rest
did.
as well.
You did take a hint of like anger, maybe frustration from the woman.
Yeah. I mean, my wisdom's not terrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
women, am I right?
The dwarven.
It's
woman.
just that we had literally been traveling for like 12 fucking hours.
Yeah, we
straight.
could not have done
We
that at
couldn't
the
have
moment.
followed them and been any of use when we got there. So he's just like it's been 8 hours, but like we're better off going after them now than we would have been following after them any other time.
What's the plan?
We need to head out.
Are we sure that we can just follow them? Is that something we're equipped to handle?
He's one guy.
It's at least two.
Nah. She won't get her hands dirty. It looks too bad on her. If at any point it looks like it'll fall back on her, she'll run. She can't let this bad publicity she doesn't wear it well.
I'm sorry, do you know who she is?
Da. Corporate. It's political. These people, they don't want to actually work in the mud. They don't get involved. They hire people like
I don't
me.
know. She's in the town. It seems like
Yeah,
she's
they-
willing to get involved.
Da, they go in the town. They don't go in the work.
But then there's no point of going into town if you can send people
No,
to do
they're-
the work.
No, the reason they go into town is to sell. She's here to sell product. They're here to scare away competition.
Interesting.
He is in here to get rid of competition.
So
I'm
are
here.
they seamstresses?
Da. In a sense, they sell product.
Is that person a baker? I mean, they sell shoes, so basically they're doing the same
Listen,
thing.
What
They
is
bake
shoes
the
if
leather.
not cobbled dough?
It's about. Have you heard of a thing called a monopoly?
Loosely?
When you own all of a product, no one can argue your prices. If no one can challenge you,
But this is assuming that they're selling.
Actually, that's not a monopoly. Allow me to
You're not there
who
yet.
the fuck are you? No.
You're not there yet. I'm sorry. You're not there.
Oh,
yet.
thank God, someone with a hand on economics. Get
Torg-
with us.
Torg are merchants. They sell many things. They sell all goods. Everything is threat to them.
I suppose.
They use men like this to threaten other people.
It just seems like a lot to kill over.
Men have killed over less.
And, Indigo,
Da.
are you 100% sure that this is that murderer that's been talked about? And if so, if we go find them, are we just gonna, hey, we know it's you, and stab? What is the game
That
plan?
sounds like a very good plan, to be honest.
I have seen many a men who have murderers. I have seen many a men who have killed. I have taken care of many a men who have gone too far. It is better for them to be taken out of society than to continue to cause problems.
I
I
have
do
slept
not-
with many a men as well. It is
Yeah.
another thing, though. Don't worry.
He says,
do not
he says, I do not act until I am sure.
I just don't know if we're
I-
ready to handle something like a criminal underground about selling any products.
I
right
plan-
now.
I do plan to investigate. I don't plan to act until I am sure.
So what do you recommend our first move is when we get to the city where they might be?
Just ask, hey, where you been? Where you go?
We can investigate.
Kill anyone recently?
We can investigate this man. We can possibly catch him in the act.
I don't think
if he's a
asking
killer, he will kill again.
I
he
don't
will
think
try-
asking around where you know they're hiding is a good idea.
No, we don't have to investigate that way. We can watch him. He will try again, and
But
when he
isn't-
tries, we can intervene.
Is Bryn Shander their next location to do this, or is that where they're from?
Torg is traveling merchant. They go everywhere. We can tell because murders are everywhere.
I think it's easier to find the invisible thieves than to handle this issue.
Easier, yes, but we are not. I mean, it is easier, but the invisible thieves are not killing people.
That doesn't sound like my problem.
Arguably, it's a worse issue.
No, that is not. That is not true.
It's
No one
hurting more
dies.
people.
No, but no. More people are hurt when someone
They're
dies.
running low
People
on
grieve.
supplies.
Supplies can always be replenished.
Not if you don't have the finances to replenish them.
No, lives cannot be replenished, though.
Have another kid. Who cares?
No, that's not the same. You do not understand these things. You are new to world.
I just think that this is a
Have you ever
much
left Bryn
bigger
Shander?
issue. I think that this is a much bigger
You are
issue.
not answering question, I can
think
tell.
that this is a much bigger issue than just one traveling merchant. in
It
this
is very
case.
telling. You have shown hand. You have said too much. We will continue with our plan. We came out here to stop someone from committing murders, not from taking goats.
I mean, we were set to do one job, found a dog, and did something else instead. I don't know if you're in the right
And
position.
in
to
that
say.
stance, people have died. We have been diverted far enough, in my understanding of this situation.
Then why are we tackling this problem more?
Because more people will die. Why is this a hard
Isn't
discussion?
that more diverting?
No, that is the opposite.
This
Let's
sounds like the perfect opportunity to give up.
no. We move out now. We deal with problem.
We're
Let's
not
go.
talking to you, ghost voice. Go away.
Ooh,
Spooky economic
Indigo.
event.
economic collapse.
Indigo begins to head out, pack up his gear, and move into the space of the inn. Are there any interesting people in this inn?
Perhaps
Most-
with mustaches and blue eyes.
No, everybody here is probably not here at this time. I think some people might still be around trying to eat like as close to a breakfast as possible, as this has become one of the more peak daylight hours, quote unquote, in this part of the world, because of the aurora above the sky. But some people are going off to go do what it is they do when they're not drinking and eating. So like work.
Oh, so
I don't know if you knew that. People do that.
so the-
sometimes.
So this is like the brightest time, so people usually prepare before this time.
Yeah, this is the aurora. It eventually leads into twilight, which would probably be the brightest time, but then all of a sudden, all of a sudden twilight happens. That's my bad. As if time has been rewritten to skip daylight entirely. And because of that, the aurora, the spell that people believe is Aurora the Frostmaiden is causing, is what's giving off most daylight. It is never brighter than dim light in Icewind Dale for that reason.
I think this is all just a whole bunch of people misunderstanding axial tilt. So there's no actual problem at all. It's just
climate change, yeah.
science.
Let's go.
So you guys are heading to Bryn Shander?
I'm gonna head to the gate, and I'm gonna see if there were any guards that were on duty.
8 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would guess this would be an investigation check.
Actually, 8 hours ago, we're completely unarmed.
Well, there are no guards here.
Yeah.
Guards in my Icewind Dale?
No, yeah. So the guards don't they tell you that they were the ones that are currently posted there. They tell you that was last shift, and they have no idea if anybody fitting the descriptions you're looking for had crossed through.
Do you know who was on shift then?
I think they're asleep right now. But yeah,
Where do they live?
I really don't feel
whatever
comfortable. I really don't feel comfortable disclosing that information.
Persuasion.
Just say that. Persuasion. You know what? I've changed my mind.
Yeah. Convincing.
It's
not
a
a suggestion spell.
I'm going to say that this man is my adopted older brother, and that he's known very often to just run out and try and like tackle problems he's not really well meant for, and that this could be a risky situation where someone's life is on the line.
Are you referring to Sefik Caltro, the man you're trying to chase and kill?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Give me a deception roll.
Deception. Pretty high.
one guard is pretty much standing their ground. They're like, I really don't feel comfortable doing that. But the other one is almost crying. And it's just like, I can't split up family. He lives in that house over there. There's the guard
Not
house.
after my family friend got sniped in the Crown Square or whatever.
There was one time I let a gnome get past me because he... Oh, I
God.
should have known he was mentally disabled. He died in the snow.
Oh God.
And he just like he tells
to-
you that it like the guardhouse like right over here is where he would be. Here, I can.
I'm going to
right over
I'm
here.
going to like put a hand on his chest plate, and I'm going to hold out a coupon for the business I work for, and I'm going to be like, "Don't worry, I will make sure he's safe. You won't have to lose another one." And then I'm just dipping. I'm like looking to Strawn and being like, "We need to go."
Yeah.
Immediately.
Like, need to go
when you leave, you just like look back, and the other guard that was standing his ground is just putting his hands on his shoulder, and it's just like, it's not your fault. You couldn't have known.
You couldn't have known.
We're gonna find out everyone who had accidentally run into Isafis. He was like the most prolific person. He had met everyone in the world.
Remembered no
Much
one.
He
like
got
John,
around.
actually.
Yeah, he just didn't remember he got around. All right, then yeah, you guys can head over there. Some people, like one guy notices the guy that's crying. Is like, oh god, okay, fine, go on, come on, and they let you inside.
Right.
There's currently a couple of guards who are off patrol. They are currently playing a game of cards at the table.
All right.
Helmets are off, weapons are down, armor unbuckled.
Did they tell me who it was, or did they just tell me
Nope.
where he was?
They just
All
told
right,
you
sick.
where
Gotta-
he was.
Hey,
We gotta find who he is.
yeah, I'm gonna guidance myself, and
By
I'm
means.
going to. Part of me wants to take like an authoritative position and be like, "All right, like everyone, listen up." But I don't know if I'm equipped for that. Being like 5'4".
Just persuasion. Just ask nicely
Yeah,
who was on
I'll
last
just
card
ask
shift.
somebody who's playing pool.
Excuse
cards,
me,
yeah,
mister.
Oh, cards. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, hey, I'm not spoiling your game or anything. Do you know who was in shift about 8 hours ago?"
Are you like a new guard or something? What are you guys doing in here?
Well, I was pointed from the other guards at the gate because they weren't on shift 8 hours ago. I'm asking about an older brother that could perceivably get himself into a lot of harm.
Okay. You were pointed here, so I suppose I could help you. What did they look like?
Blue eyes. I wear a vest.
I begin to give a very like apt description because of my like 17 passive perception and like my man tracker status of like hunting people down. I just butt in, just.
Somebody who's currently laying down in bed reading a book just kind of gets up. Was he accompanied by several other armed individuals as well as like a dwarf with red hair?
It's highly
Yeah.
likely, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Duh.
I don't know what type of trouble your friend's gotten into, but he's with Torgs. That's not a.
What does that mean?
Where were they
Okay.
headed?
They're not exactly the kindest merchant group. But they were heading towards Bryn Shander when they head out the gate. Listen, we don't have anything to base them on, but there's like racketeering, extortion, and he just kind of like, listen, off the record, there's even been cases of murder that they may have caused.
Oh no. This
So,
is bad.
whatever your
he
brother
could
has
be
got,
in trouble.
I need you to stop. I don't think you understand. I
we
need.
need.
It's like super important. You shut
We
up.
should go right now.
Super important. That you
This is
stop
problem.
talking. I'm gonna cast Chaos Ball.
No. Indigo
whatever
begins to leave.
whatever your brother's gotten himself into, you should probably get him out now. That is
Yeah.
not a good group.
Indigo begins to leave.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're doing me a huge service. Support our boys in blue. I'm leaving, and I'm just gonna go.
A lot of people are just giving you like an eyebrow raise as you leave.
The Icewind Dale icicles.
What is that? The fucking baseball team?
Yes.
Exactly.
I already told Zaltu this, but they all died of frostbite.
God damn it!
Because they
Anyway.
wore like baseball uniforms
They wore
out on the
jerseys.
field and just died.
Exactly.
They've tied every game because everyone that comes to challenge them also died.
Yeah.
They just walk onto
Should
the
really
field and
change
they're
these
already in
regulations.
position, so they don't realize.
It's like
Alright.
that. It's like that scene out of Narnia where it's like just a fucking field of frozen people.
Yeah, but they're on like third base.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're about to steal home.
All right. So
Bryn
you
Shander.
guys, you head into Bryn Shander. It takes you about 2 hours to travel there, and you do. You're there. You're in Bryn Shander. I can bring you guys over to the map. Hello, welcome to Bryn Shander. You are currently coming in from the the north gate is where you would be coming in from. All right. So you guys are
Question
currently
is-
in basically right next to the north look where this adventure had started.
Well, there's only so many buildings.
Well, the question is whether they stayed here or whether this was a place they stopped at.
Good question. That would take
Look for
some looking
traces of dead people.
Well, they probably spent the night here, right? So they'd be getting up around our time.
Maybe.
It's a 2-hour trip.
So they probably are just.
So
waking
either
up
they
now.
just left. If that's the assumption, then they're just left.
We could check in at the east gate and see if they've left,
That's true.
or the south gate.
Do we split up? One goes east, one goes south.
It's a strat, at least to check in.
Well, you
Yeah.
would know that the south gate leads out of Icewind Dale. Like that
Oh, they
leads
wouldn't
to the
leave.
10 trail that goes back down to the sword coast.
They wouldn't leave.
Then we should check east gate.
Let's at least check the east gate and see if they've left, and then if they haven't, then we know we kind of have them here.
All right, give me guys a perception check.
Sweet.
The three of you can do
Sweet.
that while you're walking down over there.
I have.
Not
Oh,
John though. Fuck John
Yeah.
guy.
That
Ah,
Who is this John?
18.
Got an 8.
Strawn can also give it if they would like.
Yep.
I said advantage, but I meant expertise.
All right. While you guys are kind of walking more towards like the city square out here, maybe off to the side of it, you do notice several carts, like dog sleds, and several dogs that have been set up and to make kind of this impromptu outdoor shop. Some fish on ice, various pieces of jewelry, some fine cloths, stuff like that. But the thing you notice, especially you, Indigo, is that you see a red-haired female dwarf who is currently trying to peddle wares, along with several armed individuals of varying, you can assume varying backgrounds, are currently trying to shovel off ware to people. There's about 3 carts in total. Well, more like dog sleds, with crates opened up and displayed, much like that. But you do also notice the person that you had seen last night, currently leaning against one of the dog sleds, not armed in any way, dressed as if he never felt the cold in his life, and every once in a while he's just kind of looking out with his blue eyes that remind you of a frozen lake. Now, let's go ahead and pull ourselves back a little bit here. John, Mr.
Yeah.
John Smith, you've been coming around, going around Icewind Dale, trying to look for clues about what may be causing this everlasting grind. But while that's also happening, you've also been tasked to basically look into several different cases. And one set of cases is that several people that have specifically bought insurance from your company have died.
Motherfuckers.
The unfortunate thing is now that you need to investigate them to see whether or not you can stop them from happening, or at the very least not have to
or
pay
whether or
out
not you
anything.
cover their
death. Insurance fraud.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you're
very
basically you're trying to
I
figure
also need
that
to make
out.
sure whether or not these people actually died or they're just committing insurance fraud.
You
If they
have
knew
found
they were going to die beforehand, then we don't pay out.
Yeah,
I do love committing insurance fraud.
The one thing that you know about Icewind Dale is that people are consistently sacrificed to the Frostmaiden.
Oh yeah, the rates here are insane.
Yeah, unfortunately, that you guys have basically put into your clause that is not something that you pay out insurance to. That happens.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely.
It's all usually completely random. The one thing that you have noticed is that everybody who has died has all died with like frozen daggers, like daggers of ice thrust in the chest or someplace that would kill them. Several different people, like so far, 4 people have died. The most recent one being in Targos, just next door. Now, you've been investigating this for some time, and you've come to the conclusion that this particular group here, Torgs, might be responsible. More specifically, and this is just a hunch you have more so from a divine background rather than in more of an investigative one, these killings almost seem ritualistic. And as such, you kind of feel like it might have something to do with Auril, the Frostmaiden. Which has led you to believe that this individual here, who currently does not dress in any cold weather clothing by any means, with eyes frozen like a frozen lake, right in front of you, as you looking in Bryn Shander, this kind of outdoor market that has been set up by Torgs, as you're watching this individual intensely. And that's when you notice 3 other individuals, a Goliath, a Tiefling, and some sort of drow half-elf, currently also paying some mind to them as well. And everyone on the other group also notices John, although you don't know who he is. A tiefling individual heavily clad in armor.
It's also important to point out that Indigo and Auralia both look underdressed for the weather as well.
But
Well,
I do
you
want
know
to
that
Goliath-
Goliaths. Yeah.
Goliaths normally look underdressed for the weather.
Although
Well,
another
I am
tiefling
armored.
is strange.
I'm actually I'm wearing a metal helmet, like a knight's helmet, but I'm also wearing a 3-piece suit on top of my normal plate armor. But yeah, you have to, maintain presentable. Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
To maintain presentability.
So that's
It's literally that one picture you sent before of like what was it, Reginald, if he retired?
It looks like Reginald's older brother that got into an accounting firm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
so
Goddamn.
that's kind of what they look like. And I guess just for
Do any of these
posterity's
people
sake,
have insurance with us?
as
do
far
I
as
know
you're
that?
aware, none of them do by any means.
Okay, good, because that would, good and bad, because the rates would be incredibly high.
Yeah, that
But,
is a conflict.
Yeah,
of
you
interest.
know that there's a special fee required for adventurers, and that's exactly what these guys look like. So
Yeah.
they probably couldn't afford it.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
these are like-
Adventuring fees are so high that adventurers generally can't afford them.
So I'm just kind of putting on.
Sometimes what people will do is rich lords will take out insurance policies on adventurers they hire and try and claim them. But unfortunately, you can't do that. So
Yeah, it's highly illegal. And
Honestly,
also-
it just sounds like a good business strategy.
for who?
Indigo is going to note both John and the target, and is going to note John noting target, and is going to be like, this is becoming complicated. And is going to sort of continue walking and do his best not to break stride and try to get to somewhere where he can watch the target and not lose sight of him, because he said what he was gonna do. He was gonna watch the target and try not to engage until he was sure that he was the one doing the murders. So he's just like, fuck.
I'm gonna walk up to the ice-looking guy, Ice Eyes,
Fuck.
Blue Eyes, White Dragon.
Ice,
Before you
baby.
can, you're
Vanilla
essentially
ice.
stopped by this red-haired dwarf who you understand to be Torga Icevane, and she says, "Hello, lovely. We got ourselves a nice deal on fish today. You're looking for some fish?
Oh, it's very nice to
Knucklehead
meet you.
trout."
Your deals may be great, but our deals are better. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is John Smith. I work for a medical
Quick,
sign.
attack of the
Perhaps you've
salesman.
heard of
Kill the
us.
ice guy while they're distracted.
Perhaps you've heard of us. There's a billboard on the south part of town. You see, we offer health and life insurance for everyone of all walks of life here, and I can't help but noticing that you do seem to be running a rather dangerous business here. Perhaps you'd like to consider investing in protection for your future colleagues, perhaps underlings,
Nice
or even
business you
children.
got
I'm not
here.
aware of your
Nice
your particular
business you got
situation.
here. Be a shame if anything happened to it. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what insurance people are basically saying.
Yeah.
So this is Torga Icebane, by the way, or at least the
Yeah.
best picture I could find online that would better represent her.
Female dwarf.
Female dwarf. She does not have a giant warhammer. She has a scimitar at her side. So she says, "Well, not to burst your bubble or anything, but it just so happens that health insurance is a scam. So I'm not."
Well, clearly, you haven't encountered a reason to need it. Tell me, do you have anyone you love in your life?
She looks down at her coin purse, and then back up. At you.
I see it right there. Now you see. I'm trying, by the way, I'm not actually an insurance salesman.
Are you sure? I think that's your character.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like it.
It is.
Dude, I want to buy some insurance right now.
I'm gonna use actually this distraction. I'm gonna use this to sort of get an assessment of Iceman.
He is
Vanilla
opened.
Ice.
He has had his eyes on the guy in armor this entire fucking time. As soon as he stepped forward, he's just been staring, maybe not daggers, but very intently at him.
I imagine while Strawn is taking like as many notes as possible, Aurelia's next to him scribbling down ice knives and crayons, like just various pictures of ice knives, trying to be like, yes, now we have the murder weapon. Yes, that's it. Yes.
You do, however,
But now,
realize
see,
that he is
I
not armed.
understand that perhaps you don't have any other people in your life, and perhaps life insurance isn't for you. But health insurance, of course, always good for anyone. If you ever, it's quite dangerous out here. You slip and fall, can't sell your wares, have to rely on unreliable subordinates to do so. Well, we got you covered there. And of course, I see you run a
Everybody-
business here. You're
Everybody that is currently also has a scimitar just starts glaring at. There's like an old man with a crossbow. There's like some lady with a scimitar and several other dudes. Some guy's wearing what is akin to sunglasses, and they all just kind of look up to the guy with sunglasses, holding his sunglasses up while looking at you. It's just like,
Fun fact, Inuit tribes in farther north and in like the Arctic tribes would actually like carve bone to have like a singular slit so that it would reduce like the reflective sun that came off of the snow, akin to sunglasses because of how damaging it would be to the eyes.
Yeah, as stupid as they look, that's where those like slit shades come from.
Yeah.
there is unfortunately no sun, so there's not enough reflection to
True,
be damaging.
but
to the
like
eyes,
like a lot of
Yeah.
Arctic places have that.
The Inuit tribes actually would carve figures of ice and bone out to
Scrimshaws, you mean?
to portray an image of a man in armor with a suit over it, pestering them for insurance.
Yeah, it's historically accurate.
It's true. They would call him John Smith and then beat him with a hammer senselessly.
You kind of get like cheap.
Watch as we see a demonstration.
You see Torga put her hand on her scimitar's hilt and just goes,
No, I continue. I'm talking straight over her like this entire time. It's just it's the practiced monologue of an insurance salesman.
I have to let you know
down
that
to see this
I already
happen.
have plenty of insurance myself. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, what company are you with? I assure that we can provide.
I'm sure we have better rates.
Your rates, and
We do a
of course,
price
can
match.
Waive the transfer fee if ever there's your previous company does something so terrible as that. Do tell me, what's your plan looking like at the moment?
Torgs, and it's paid with blood. As she just kind of starts sliding her scimitar out. Now, if you're going to cause any more problems or not buy anything, we're going to have a problem.
Well, you see, I'm more of a salesman here.
Well, then you can leave.
What about you, young man? Do you need any? I turn to the guy with the ice eyes.
Is very middle-aged, but yes, young man.
Hey, look, when you're selling insurance,
Yeah,
everyone's gonna say young man.
Yeah, that is straight out of the fucking salesman handbook. You never call someone anything but young man or young woman.
He just like is continuing.
You seem like you do quite well at the cold. Perhaps health insurance might not be the best for you, but getting into all sides of rambunctious trouble as you're young and
Spry.
Spry, there you go. You spry young self
Aurelia
does.
calls from the distance.
Yeah, trying to help out. Spry.
That's the one. Thanks from the crowd. Give her a round of applause. Anyway, of course, if health insurance or life insurance isn't quite your thing, we do have sister companies that do specialize in different forms of insurance. If you do need some protection for the various parts of your life that are important to you.
Aurelia's gonna slowly draw his dagger and try and blend in with the crowd, all like slowly pulling out their weapons.
Yeah, Aurelia's part of Targos now. Aurelia's like, I think I'm on their side. Fuck this guy. I changed sides.
You're trying to pickpocket other people's weapons?
No. I'm pulling out my dagger. I'm not trying to steal someone else's. I'm just pulling out mine to kind of blend in with the crowd of people pulling out their weapons.
Oh, okay.
You just recognize that public opinion has turned against John Smith.
The guy has not said a word to you. He just continues staring daggers at you. This time he is staring daggers at you. You get the idea that he's not exactly somebody you sell to.
I'm starting to think
You sell to everyone, my friend. Everyone.
Has anyone?
Well, I mean, he might be selling daggers to your throat, but I don't know, man.
Well, if he starts doing that, then I can kill him. See, really, all I'm trying to do is aggravate them into attacking me, and then it's self-defense.
I like how we just stop the marketing puns immediately. It's like, then I'll just kill him.
While he's distracted, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on Ice Knife guy.
Okay, and I think that just happens, right?
Nope, it just happens.
All right, then, he is currently marked with a Hunter's Mark. How long does that last? Like an hour?
Let me check.
It's a verbal component.
Yeah, but I'm from a fucking distance, so it doesn't fucking matter. 1 hour.
Okay. Then, you can cast it on him. He is currently marked. What does it look like? What does the Hunter's Mark look like?
For Indigo, it is a fucking on the back of the neck, it's just a stone giant rune that just says Krieg, which is like fucking war. But it's just Indigo's just like doing that, and he's gonna back up a bit.
Yeah, he after you cast it, you realize he goes to scratch the back of his neck, but he doesn't seem like he's noticed.
Mm-hmm. It's just gonna help me track him later.
The man then does speak. He just goes, "Torg, should I take care of him?" And she goes, "That
if you're willing to sign right away, we can arrange that immediately."
No, I think it's probably best we let the other ones take care of it. And the other several individuals that are next to the other carts do pull out their scimitars as well, and are actually starting to point them at you.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if something would have happened to your weaponry.
You do know that over the course of many different bloods being spilt and a lot of different creatures' bloods have different properties. You can really rust the blade, oil it even.
Maybe we don't want to fight them all here, but we can, with the Hunter's Mark, I can literally track this dude to wherever
I have no idea who you are.
I know. I'm not talking to you, like, as Indigo.
Maybe we should... Yeah, well, one of them goes, maybe we should go ahead and take his deal in that back alley over there, out of sight of any eyes.
I think...
Of course, the privacy of our clients is the utmost concern.
So they start.
I can't wait till next week when we meet John Green, the third John Green.
John Green.
I think at this point, Indigo might walk up and put his hand on John just so he doesn't fucking get murked in a back alley, because I've kind of Indigo doesn't feel great about letting Isafis die, so he just puts a fucking Goliath hand on John's shoulder.
No,
and
I had a plan. Why do you guys do this to me?
Fuck it, because you having a plan let Isafis and Twinkles die last time.
That wasn't my plan. That was you guys being like, "Oh yeah, we'll
Okay.
just go into this house."
Do you want me to let you do this?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, trust
Never
me, it just
Never mind.
works.
Okay.
So, the
Indigo
guy with the
walks off.
crossbow the old guy with the crossbow just like, yeah, what if we just bring him into the back over there and take his stuff? I mean, get his insurance.
You want to take my paperwork? All right, right over here, please. Head just follow you in.
So they start leading you. The old guy with the crossbow just kind of points it at your back, like jabs it into you. Your armor kind of stops it. Yeah.
I'm looking at them. Like I'm not going to turn around. I'm like
one of them is behind you. Yeah, but they're just going to start leading you down a back alley. So
I'm
everybody
not following them. I'm not going to follow. Like I'm not. How to say this? I'm not going to get moved by them. My intention is to let them walk first, and if they do not, I don't move.
they're going to try to force you to move then.
I will resist, question mark.
All right, so one of them is going to try to kick out the back of your leg. So I guess
Okay.
this
Is that an
happening.
attack or a grapple?
That's an attack. They're going to unarmed strike you.
It's going to be funny.
Yeah.
This is going to be very funny.
I resist. They're bandits. They're gonna attack you. they're criminals.
Speaking of there being bandits, out of curiosity, what is happening in the rest of the crowd that's here? I'm assuming this is a marketplace.
Yeah, there's
Even
place
regardless of
fucking
guards.
No, this
Like,
place
what-
sucks, dude.
I mean, were there literally no other people in the
there
marketplace?
are guards. That's why they're trying to get you out of the way and kill you out of sight. But there are
No, I
guards.
don't,
Trying to
I don't
kill
mean.
Yes.
I don't mean the guards. I mean
I
like people, like other customers.
No, they are all going away because people drew weapons.
Okay, yeah. But there are other people, or there were other
Yes,
people rather.
There were
Okay.
other people. There's a crowd kind of. Oh my god! So one of them tries to kick the back of your leg and just goes, yeah, he's a lot tougher
Ding.
than he looks.
Yeah.
Please
He
don't.
just stubs his toe on your fucking shin guard.
Please find the suit.
He tries to kick me in the 3-piece suit, but there's like plate armor underneath. It's like, oh my foot.
Okay.
I'm
What are
gonna,
you
as a bonus action,
guys
I'm gonna
doing?
cast Sanctuary on myself just so that they don't do that again.
Okay, you've casted Sanctuary on yourself. Press the button, I guess.
Oh, no,
I had to
wait,
fucking find the unarmed strike and put it on the sheet because they don't normally have it.
just to roll a 2. I mean, info. There you go. Cast spell.
There you go. So you have some of them are just like, why'd you say words? Or is that that's a verbal.
Oh, it's just
spell.
I was just preparing the contract. Assumed that's what we were
Verbal,
talking about, right?
schematic, and material. Woo. Did the fucking Macarena and shit.
I took out like insurance papers for my pocket.
That's what it looks like. What god do you
Dying
have?
shit.
I'm so confused. Anyway,
It's,
Asmodeus. No.
that's not good. Yeah, so there is now a shimmering aura around you, and people are kind of like trying to punch you, but then kind of like think better of it, but they look confused about thinking better of it.
Anyway, as we were saying, right this way, gentlemen.
Is he just gonna follow us? Yeah, I think he is. And they start walking off. They start walking off, but they're like waiting for you to start following, so like you keep looking back.
I'll follow behind them. Absolutely.
All right. Then you are now following behind him. You guys are now. You just see this heavily armored guy and like
With like a bunch of papers on a clipboard coming out, writing down furiously.
and like
Well,
4 bandits essentially follow them back. I don't have a back alley map because I wasn't expecting this to happen.
Well, here's the thing. I am going to try and lose them very quickly.
They do not
Aurelia's
let
gonna
you.
Be like, Aurelia's gonna be like, is that guy fucking dead?
He may be fucking dead.
Is he like? Did he know what was happening?
I
Do you think
don't-
he knows?
I think he's aware. I think he's. Is this? We may have witnessed a suicide.
All right,
Is
so I'm
there
going to use a
secret-
map
where does
I
it
had set
say
up.
whether something is concentration or not.
He's
It would
concentrated.
you
I know
click
sanctuary
on-
is concentration, but I don't see where it says
click
it.
on the spell, like not the button. Just click on the spell to
Yeah.
open up its inventory. It should be a tag down below. Or actually, hold on. I think I know what this is. Concentration spells, I believe, have a C in front on the listing somewhere.
Ah, okay, yeah. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
sweet.
it's R is ritual, C is for concentration on there. All right. So are you trying to lose them? Because then I'm going to need you to roll a stealth check
Yeah,
In
you
your
know what?
at
armor.
disadvantage.
Hmm.
And then I guess
Base
we're going to
plan,
have combat now.
All right. Well, this was fun.
Uh,
I don't know. Do the three other of you follow after him?
Nice fucking.
Alia thinks he's dead.
I had the different.
I really-
This was gonna go out and investigating. I'm doing other stuff.
okay, so there's 4 people with me, right?
Yeah, they're a pretty.
Okay.
You unfortunately you haven't let them get behind you, but they're all keeping an eye on you. Like, and with your
That's
armor,
alright.
it's very hard to see.
Is there any of them that looks particularly gullible?
All of them.
I mean, they're fucking bandits.
Okay, fair enough. So, as we're walking, I'm gonna pull out actual insurance forms, which I'm assuming I have on me, being an insurance salesman. I don't think I can roll for insurance, but
Is your background guild merchant?
no, I'm technically a cleric, so
I mean, that doesn't affect your background.
that's true. That's true. But I'm gonna be like, all right, well, now that we're all in place, we can start one by one. I recommend you sign, and I'm gonna use. You tell me if I can do this, but I'm gonna try and cast command and command them to sign.
You have to choose one
have to choose
person.
one of those specifically.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you do have to tell one person. I'm pretty. Is there? What's the components for the spell? Is there a somatic
It's just
one?
verbal. It's just verbal.
And it's just
It's
the
a
word you
one-word
speak.
command. You see? Yeah.
All right, fucking do it.
But doesn't that drop sanctuary?
Only
No, because it's not a
command's not
concentration
concentration.
Command's not concentration.
Oh.
That's what I was checking. Fuck's sake. My headphones are messing with me.
Fucking. I'm
I
gonna.
really want this to work. Otherwise, it's running.
But do you have the spell slots to get
I do have
them
the
all
spell
to
slots.
sign?
Not all of them, but I'm hoping that if one of them signs, the other ones get confused. At least, honestly, if one of them signs, you'd be like, all right, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to sign them up for a group insurance policy so they're all done with one signature.
I don't know what a fucking group insurance policy
They all have
is
to
like.
sign it.
Neither
They do all have to
so
sign
what
it.
does it
yeah.
matter?
Yeah, they can't fucking. They're not like a fucking family. They're it's not.
It's
as weird.
a company
Because that-
insurance policy. There's a thing.
One of them's not the legal guardian of all the other ones, though. Like,
Yeah,
it's
they
not
would
a
all have
It
to
doesn't
sign
matter
it.
if
They
they're
could.
signing. If they're signing under the name of their company or their association,
They have
but
no
they don't
legal
speak
power to
for it.
sign the.
Yeah.
They don't have the legal power to sign their
they
company
don't.
away now.
Surprisingly,
Listen,
they don't need it.
That's fucking
not kidding.
stupid. I love that. But go ahead and command one of them to sign the papers, I guess.
I command them to sign.
All right, what is the save
Right
for this?
here.
Is there a save? What's the save?
It is a
Wisdom
wisdom
save.
saving throw. DC. I don't know. 15. Wisdom
Yeah,
saving throw.
8 plus thing.
Yeah, it's 8 plus wisdom plus 2.
Oh, thank God.
Fuck. 7. So like, the guy's just like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea, and everyone's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Where I'm gonna bring you over the map. I don't know if everybody can see this, because not everybody has a token here. I might have. Hold on, let me do something crazy, but don't move John's token, because I'm gonna give you ownership of his character sheet just so everybody can see. Just temporarily. Actually, you know what? I can do this instead. I don't have to give you guys ownership. I can give you guys the ability to, I can give you observer, and that will allow you to see through him. I think. So you guys should all be able to see John right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is happening. I want you to understand that combat is happening. I don't know it, but one guy is this guy right here is just like, yeah, and he's currently busy signing the papers.
Perfect, just your initials right here.
Roll initiative. As we go 1-on-4
Okay,
combat.
the guy with a really good. Oh, is that a 20 or a 14? It is a 14. Okay.
You rolled a 16 for that. Okay.
14.
I want you to
Okay,
understand,
the guy-
I made this map for something else, but I guess we're using it for this now. This is the closest thing I have a back alley in this fucking thing. All right, so begin combat. This guy's currently, yeah, I'm just signing this paper here. So it's like this dude right
Put your
here.
name down here. Name of the organization right here.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna go ahead and fire at him. He shoots his crossbow at
He
me.
needs. I've got Sanctuary.
Make
He's
his
gonna go with
wisdom
some
saving throw because
Oh
Sanctuary.
my god. I think he succeeds.
That's a 14. No, my DC is 15.
No, he fails. You can't.
So he's
you
just
can't.
kind of like, I don't know why, but I kind of don't want to hurt him. And it's like the guy with the sunglasses is just like, why not? He's like trying his best to sound sexy. And it's like, why not? John, it is your turn.
Has he signed the papers yet?
I'm still initialing. Give me a second here, sweetums.
Okay. I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. This dude now is also gonna go just run up to you and try to slash you with a scimitar,
Make
but
a
he
wisdom
asked him,
saving throw.
how long does this spell last?
Sanctuary lasts for a minute.
What the fuck is happening right now?
Dude, they want the insurance.
With the
And he's
power
a-
of legal
So he
guardian.
draws his scimitar and he goes to like bring it down and I was like, oh, I also don't want
He
to.
like, notices something out of the corner of it. It's like, wait, you have dental?
The woman's
do
just
have-
like, what is wrong with you guys? She goes over here and pulls out a crossbow and it's just
And makes
a wisdom saving throw. What the fuck is going on?
Yes!
Can't do it.
I don't know what's going on.
There's the power of legal!
Just go ahead and dot the I's, cross the T's, and it's this guy's turning and he's just going, maybe if I step over here, and tries to do it again.
Wisdom saving throw. How long does it take to sign this document?
What the fuck? What are you gonna do when the document is signed? It's not gonna stop them from killing you.
Well, I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the transaction's complete. He gets to dip.
Yeah. I've
John
signed someone
Smith.
up. I get a nice bonus. I don't give a shit.
It is your turn.
Have they finished signing yet?
No.
Then
I just
dodge
gotta
again.
read the fine print. Okay, let's see.
Sure. Hey,
Are
my
you
command was
already
to
in the
sign, not read the contract.
He. Don't worry about it.
This doesn't matter.
Fuck it, it's just gonna keep doing this, I guess. This is stupid. I hate this.
Oh, okay. Now he gets to
Finally!
attack.
It is
He's
at
like,
disadvantage.
wait a minute, this
though.
It is at
Doesn't even cover
disadvantage.
So there's a crossbow bolt that goes flying past you, and it's
It's
just
like
like,
way above. I'm like, oh yeah. See, if you had signed, that crossbow bolt would have been insured if it broke on that roof.
can you just shut up, please? I was like, okay, let's see here. Oh, pet insurance. I'm gonna sign us up for that. I hope you guys don't mind. And you start signing that too. It's this.
I did say to sign. The more extra additions he signs, the bigger my bonus.
I fucking. When does this spell end? I have to imagine it ends at some point.
Oh, he makes the save.
Oh shit.
All right, he's also
Disadvantage
going
spell.
to attack with a crossbow.
Nice.
Why? What is happening? What is going on?
Zaltu joined the game is what's happening.
Yeah.
This is
John
what happens
Smith.
when Zaltu plays.
John Smith is unbreakable, untouchable,
Dodge action again. Yep.
unfaceable. He's rock.
Just fucking goddamn it! This is. I
Just
don't
sign the
think.
fucking documents.
It's his salesmanship.
Hey.
Another wisdom saving throw made.
Okay,
Oh,
there we
that's
go.
good.
You get hit. Fucking finally, Jesus. You take
Oh, max
You
damage.
take 7 damage as a. Motherfucking goddamn scimitars pierces through your defenses.
Saving throw.
Yeah, you gotta roll concentration.
Shit. For Sanctuary. Where is attributes? Constitution. Saving throw. Nice. All good.
Yeah, you do save. Okay, cool. Fucking goddamn it. All right, so now it's the woman's turn again, and she's gonna try her diddly dumb best to overcome everything. Apparently, she does.
She just makes it. She just makes it.
Does all attacks or just the next attack with the dodge?
All attacks.
I think all
attacks. Dodge until the turn. Yeah.
Oof.
That doesn't hit though. It's
Doesn't hit.
fucking... Do you have your shield equipped? Would you?
Yeah,
Plate
of
armor.
course.
All right.
My shield is my
she's-
clipboard that I use to signing.
And dude's just like, oh, auto insurance. What is auto insurance? He
I
looks up
swear to
to you.
God, you're just doing this to prevent me from making it out of here.
I'm gonna have you.
Insurance.
You are
can
the one
disen-
that forced. You can leave whenever you
disengage or
want.
leave at any time.
Just have them fax you over the completed document.
Oh, they can't fax. That's
As
another
long as
shot.
you signed the original document, that's good enough. That misses.
Greatness.
John Smith. Why?
He's using up all our luck.
Just leave. If you don't want to
I
be here,
will
just
start-
leave.
Once you signed the initial, the primary document, I'll leave. I'm also trying to actually give people time to do stuff in the other place.
This is happening in the case of a. Okay, there's no. Well, how long does Sanctuary last? Is it a minute?
It is a minute, yeah.
It has definitely been a minute by now. It would have actually fallen. I'm gonna say that falls at this point. Because you casted it
So-
before you guys moved over here.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know how long that took.
we'll say it ended now. So your Sanctuary has ended.
Unlucky.
Now what?
Did he sign the original document?
He's still signing a lot of documents. You
What,
think he
but
might
did he
have?
sign
yeah.
the primary one? I didn't say anything about fucking pet insurance.
Yeah. So are we done with the
I
initial?
was be like, yes, all right, well, that's everything seems to be in order. Thank you for your contribution, and if you have any complaints, simply fax them to 1-800-Medicine.
What's facts?
Medicine.
Bye.
Wait, hold on a
Disengage and
second.
run.
This is so big.
And while this is happening, and Indigo and Aurelia are like, he's 100% dead, and like
There's a
talking to
chase now
Strahd.
happening.
Yeah,
They're
and
running
with
after you.
When we see John come out, I'm gonna be like, holy shit, we need him
I
on
want
the
you.
team.
I need you to understand that combat isn't over. They're chasing you now.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm chasing
so
through the streets.
Indigo
I
will
don't-
hop in. Indigo will hop into combat if he sees a chase because that's exciting.
All right, so we're gonna use this map for the chase, I guess. But like,
so I was here, and I would have
you
ran
would have
30
moved
feet,
like
so that's,
30 feet. I don't know. It's like so hard. to
5,
gauge.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here, I think.
Right there.
Yeah.
You'd be here.
I wasn't. Oh, yeah, I was right next to him. Never mind.
Yeah. So that's fucking happening now. I'm just like trying my best to gauge exactly the distance they are from you because this
yeah.
isn't happening in this one location anymore.
As a
Good.
bonus action.
Don't you fucking dare.
Dude, I have
How
to-
many
I
spell
might
slots do you
actually
have?
Die. This is my last spell slot. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's only a second level.
As a bonus action, I will cast Sanctuary again because otherwise I'm in big trouble.
You have now cast Sanctuary again. The hired help is going to run
Yeah.
up.
Should I roll initiative for getting in on this chase?
You haven't seen it yet. They're still running back out the alleyway. We'll say like after this round, you guys will have noticed that they started running. This guy runs up to you. Is going to make the wisdom save.
Oh, he does take it.
And then he's going to attack it with a scimitar.
He doesn't have disadvantage technically, but it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay. Well,
It doesn't hit.
doesn't it? So there is like a limit to how many times you can take the dash action in this case because it's a chase.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't take the dash action.
yeah,
because
I know,
took
I'm just letting you
disengage instead, so.
Yeah, I was just letting you know. So now it's this woman. She's just she fires because she can from this distance. She
that does not hit.
No, it's a wisdom save.
Oh yeah, it does not succeed.
So she's just like, she's just keeping pace then. She's running up alongside, and then this dude... It's just like, wait a second. No, you swindling bastard! And he pulls out his scimitar and runs up to you.
Unfortunately, it's illegally binding.
I would argue it wouldn't be. In a realm of magic, there's definitely not... Oh, I didn't mean to make 2 of those.
It's okay.
But
the next guy fails 2.
He's gonna run up here and like fire at you.
But the next guy fails too. Yeah.
I guess yeah, it's the same roll. So yeah, they failed too. It's your turn. They're currently right next to you.
Dash and
Let's see.
I'm gonna move us all back here.
Yeah, I think I will probably dash
save.
and take the attacks of opportunity because
Yeah, you would have 2 on you.
otherwise. This one didn't roll well, so yeah, I'll dash and take the attacks of opportunity.
All right.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
So that's 1 time. You can dash a number of times equal to your Constitution modifier, but every time after that, you start taking points of exhaustion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Is that a real rule?
That's a
Yeah.
rule in the
It's-
DMG. Yeah, I fucking love
It's for
it.
chase scene specifically.
This dude also he drops a scimitar and draws his crossbow, but he only runs up to the 30 feet and goes to fire at you, or attempt to anyway.
Attempt to decide whether he fires at me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He won't be firing
Actually,
at me.
before that happens, these 2 are both making the wisdom saves to see whether or not they get the attack of opportunity on you, and neither
That's
of
a
them
no.
do. That's when he moves up and tries to attack you. That means he has to make another wisdom save. God fucking damn it. God fucking
No.
damn it. She's also gonna run. She's gonna make the same check.
Nope.
Simply not.
Oh my god.
This is so fucking retarded. I cannot stress.
It really is. This is
Drop
not how I was expecting
scimitar.
this to go.
I would argue
He
in
makes
this
it.
world,
Now he gets
yeah.
to shoot. But he misses.
Fucking god damn it.
Dude.
Runs up and fires as well.
Only if you have a good saving.
Fire. He won't be firing.
And I was unable to. I'm fucking... So, so you 3 notice that this John is now being chased by 4 individuals.
Indigo gives a hearty laugh. He's just like, ha 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 ha. He's not dead.
I got the contract.
I want
Who
one.
are you again?
In the
You start
keeping.
running. Yeah. Did you start running after?
Indigo just starts booking it after him.
So you're behind the guys that are chasing him now?
Yep.
Is anybody else doing this?
I'll roll initiative.
I will as well.
Ooh, nat 1.
Nice.
All right, added you to the initiative. What about Straw?
Sorry, forgot I was muted.
Everybody's got bad initiative.
Yeah, after seeing them kind of chase, I was like, oh, I guess I should follow.
It's the surprise. It's us just being like, whoa, oh shit, and then just running
Added
up
you
from
to
behind.
the initiative then.
Oh, duh, it's...
This is so stupid.
It's hilarious though. I fucking love this shit. I live for this
Why
kind of shit.
why are your initiatives so bad?
It's like
Yeah,
you
I
guys aren't
don't
even...
know.
Fucking surprised.
Fair enough.
All right, John, it is your turn. The fuck do you do? You notice that 3 other people started running after the bandits too.
Well, I don't want to attack the bandits because that will drop Sanctuary, which so far is the only thing that's been keeping me alive. Are we actually on this map? Can I like go around the fountain, or is that are we just using this?
We're just using it as distance measurements.
Yeah. We're just running through the streets.
Oh yeah, because in that case, I would make sure that I'm not within 30 feet of them, so I would move like
You dash
30
again.
feet further. Essentially, I wouldn't dash, right? Because I don't need to dash to maintain distance. Like as long as they have to dash to get into melee range, I'm okay.
All right.
That's fine. Okay, so I'll
Then
move 30
you-
feet.
We'll just say that you moved 30 feet. They're probably
Yeah.
also going to move 30 feet.
Yeah.
And I'll hold my attack for if I will hold Sacred Flame for if more than
You don't want to do that because if you ready a spell, regardless of the
that's true, that
spell, you have
counts
to
as,
hold concentration. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about
drop
that.
sanctuary.
I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. This guy's just like, I think I have him in my sights, and he moves up 30 feet. I'll just move that these guys are a little bit back to say that those guys are ahead of him. And he's going to try to make the wisdom save again.
Just
He makes it.
He does attack with disadvantage this time, though.
Motherfuck,
that will hit.
18.
Shit.
18
That does
just hit.
Just barely hits.
6 piercing damage as it
I'm
pierces
fine.
through
I'm
your
fine.
armor.
I'm fine.
Was it really worth all this? I think I have
No.
to ask.
Clearly, you don't know John Smith. Do you know how much money I'll get for a big of a bonus I'm going to get for signing a group of 4 people up for pet insurance? I mean, who even buys that?
Yeah.
And all of the doctor visits are covered by your insurance provider.
That is true. Do you understand my company plan? God.
Strawn, you are kind of running a little bit behind Indigo and Aurelia, but you see these individuals in front of you. What do you do as you run at them?
Again, forgot I was muted. So just to be clear, the people like in front of us, would you say they're about 30 feet in front of me?
They're about the distance. This guy's this hired help guy.
He's 60 feet.
He's
right?
more like 30 feet in front of you. Yeah. This is a lot of distance that I keep track in my head, by the way. So fuck all of you.
Our apologies.
But me in particular, I hear
This
you.
guy right here only moved 30 feet more than these guys, right?
Yeah, so these guys are the same distance they are currently right now. This guy's 30 feet ahead. This guy's 30 feet ahead of them. It's so much math!
Just
Fuck!
a plus 30.
Three numbers,
Put a
dude!
plus 30.
30, 60, 90.
This man,
Is that to
It's-
say?
it feels like a high school math question. It's just like if John is 30 feet ahead of one bandit and the other bandits are behind.
John is running at a rate of 30 feet. It doesn't help that my name is John, to be honest.
It doesn't.
so this man is then 60 feet from me.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And does that mean that John is 90 feet from us?
Yes.
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 Stop asking questions now.
He just started fucking booking. I don't care if the math doesn't make sense. I don't have the mental power to do this. My autistic brain is already struggling to keep all this in, man.
My autistic brain has got this. Just front loaded to me. You downloaded the Hive update, right? You got the
Oh my God.
vaccine.
Who are you
got-
casting Mind Sliver on?
Yeah.
the guy who is 60 feet.
The guy with shades. Got it.
Oh,
He
Damn.
succeeds,
Made
unfortunately.
his
As he,
save.
unfortunately, he's too cool. Stupid to be Mind Sliver.
He is the one that got distracted by Dent.
He is, yeah.
Anything else as a bonus action, or are you just maintaining speed with them by running up your speed?
I'll bonus action hex him then.
All right, he is now hexed.
Pick a stat that he has disadvantage on.
I think it's only for like ability checks, not for attack.
It
or
is,
saving throws.
but-
Yeah,
Pick one.
I don't know why it rolls a die.
that's
Me neither.
weird.
Or attack.
Yeah, that's weird.
Uh,
It's the D&D Beyond importer, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Hex is currently on him. I put the thing on him.
Oh, because
So-
of the, again, I forgot, because it talks about dice in its role, or in the
Yeah,
description.
it's the weird D&D import. D&D importer is a little funky. It does a lot of stuff for you, just not everything you want. All right, so this lady
so I'm
realized
thinking-
that there's some shenanigery behind him. She runs 30 feet up ahead.
Ability when you cast dispel on
Actually, she
checks.
kind of maintains. Yeah, she runs up to 30 feet ahead, but she does take her crossbow, and she will fire it behind her at Indigo. And it's like, these guys are chasing us now.
We're actually more concerned with the lad ahead of you. Ducks, like moves his head to the side. Actually, we're just doing recruitment of the lad in front of you. We're minimally concerned with your business here. If you could just like go about your ways,
Aurelia. She is currently 30 feet ahead of these two individuals right here.
I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt on the ones 30 feet in front of us. Specifically, this baby.
All right.
The one that was actually signed.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Oh, what's
So
it
I
to
don't
you?
know-
Casting a little chaos magic at me?
I don't know how... Wisdom checks. I don't know how this gets rolled, because in D&D Beyond, it doesn't roll it properly.
There's no way. They
but I
don't need to
do
make a
know.
wisdom check to attack you guys, just to attack John.
I understand.
No, yeah, baby.
God.
This is gonna be bad.
yeah.
This is
So-
actually going to be
no.
terrible.
The damage
This will
type.
be-
Holy shit.
The damage type is.
4d8 plus 2d6.
Oh no, and this
Jesus.
can
And
this can bounce.
this might bounce.
I forgot how this spell works, but it is a lot. Essentially, what damage you roll is I'm so
Decided
confused.
by the dice.
And
yeah.
this
On
can
a
keep
hit,
going.
the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack's damage type as shown below. If you roll a number, the same number on both dies, the chaotic energy leaps from the target. I don't know how it works with a crit, but
Does
go
that
fucking
mean that
ahead.
if any two of the d8s or any two of the 4 d8s are the same, it jumps?
Yeah, I think so.
I love
Roll
the
damage.
damage.
Do it.
Fucking hell.
Okay, no two
All
are
right.
the same.
No doubles,
two are
no
the same.
doubles.
Doesn't jump.
So pick
Holy
one of the
shit.
d8s rolled
Holy
and
shit.
choose that as the damage.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of damage.
6,
I
7,
want-
4, 2, 6, 7, 4, 2. I'll make it force damage. Sure, I'll just
That's
concuss them.
40 points of damage.
Oh.
Let's see here. They
I think
do
he's going
not
to be
have.
concussed to death. I'm assuming he's going to be concussed to death.
I want you to understand. Yeah, what the fuck is that guy doing, casting camp? He splatters like a paint stain on the ground. He is dead.
It's a shame he didn't have time to pay off his insurance because now we're going to have to repossess his house.
Aurelia's gonna stop, and
Indi-
Aurelia's gonna look at his party members and be like, "Holy fuck, was that me?"
Indigo fucking stops and looks at Aurelia and is like, was that you?
This is like a repeat of suplexing the baby.
I didn't mean to do that.
Didn't you?
He puts a hand on Aurelia's shoulder and he's like, I saw great potential in you in that bar, and I was right. That was incredible. Oh my god, that was awesome.
I fixed the
Oh.
damage formula for Chaos Bolts. Now the D6 is tied in with the same two D8s instead of it just being like rolling both of them separately like it did. It shouldn't
Yeah,
do
but
that.
he was,
Okay.
but he's just
Yeah.
like, that was, you turned the top half of that man into.
No, I want
Mist.
you to understand. He turned him all into mist. There is nothing left but a thin paste on the pavement and snow.
Once the
That
fight
was-
is over, you got to tell us how much HP you had to begin with.
Fucking head. I don't even remember. I deleted the token already. I rolled randomly on the HP though, but I'm pretty sure you did double his health.
Insta kill.
All right,
That's my turn, though.
Indigo.
So Indigo, spurred on by his party member's extreme success, is going to draw his longsword and move over to this guy.
Yeah, you can run up to that.
Yeah, grip it with both hands. And he is just gonna say, he was like, again, I would like to reiterate, I was just here to mainly do recruiting, and you all got in my way. And he's just gonna bring the longsword down.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It's like I hold Alt and then I click.
You
on,
hold
right?
Alt and then click it, yeah, to two-hand it. Oh.
13?
That still hits. They're bandits.
Yes.
Ooh, bad damage. Sick.
You do all that damage though. It's not like they have any fucking resistances. So you like
Yeah.
cut into his back. He's just like, I'm too old for this, but I will cut a bitch.
Please.
Should have taken the insurance.
Yeah, please stand down. While I cannot turn you into paste from 40 paces like my friend, I will chop you into pieces. And you, he calls over to John Smith. He is like, we are hiring.
Oh, well, I happen to be a specialist in multiple areas.
Yes, those areas are ones we are interested in.
So
For
the
example,
guy,
I tend to not die.
Yeah,
The guy-
Which I've heard is helpful.
This is a specific area we have much interest in.
so the
We are
dude,
looking for those with that behavior.
the dude stops. He does drop his crossbow and pull out his scimitar, and he goes to attack Indigo, basically stopping the chase for you two, and he's just trying to get into a one-on-one. So that's what he's gonna fucking do. Oh god, I saw that rolling a 19. Does a 12 hit you? I don't think it
It does not. 14 AC. He catches it when he looks at him in the eye, and he goes, "I am talking, young man."
Well, I'll be. This sucks. It's John.
I have really low HP. So I don't know if I actually want to do anything. Because if I do anything, not only will I not be able to dodge, but I also won't be able to use Sanctuary, which means if they hit me, I will go down.
I'm gonna be honest. I think you might have done enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna just dodge.
Okay, and run your speeds.
Yeah,
The
I'll just,
distance
keep
is
it away.
fucking there.
Yeah.
All right. The hired help isn't even gonna help the old man. He's just gonna keep running forward. So he's currently 30 feet behind you, and he's gonna make a wisdom saving throw. Stop it! You've done a lot
He
to
doesn't
Tor.
make it. Shit. Roll with disadvantage. Oh, thank God.
As
Okay.
the bolt three wings past you, he's just like, "Stop! You have to stop."
Stop! You violated the law.
Stop. You've
Yeah.
violated the law.
Like he's trying way too hard to be sexy in this situation. You have no idea what the hell's up with him.
Please, what are you doing? That voice is gross.
Leave it to the professionals.
Yes, Aurelia, show him.
Strawn,
I roll to seduce.
this chick here is like 60 feet away. This dude here, you're running up to right now. What do you want to do? He's 90 feet away. That's 180 feet
120.
away.
120, dude.
120.
180, Jesus.
Can't
Whoa.
do math.
Fast as
Come
fuck,
on,
boy.
Jack. I know you've told us 100 times you can't do this math. No.
I'm gonna run up 30 feet.
Epic.
I don't know, here or something.
Yeah, so you're
Here.
essentially like right there.
Okay.
Or you can be here, it's like whatever. Or you can be here, I don't care.
You do you.
Again.
Do your Sean thing.
On old man.
No, on dude
On
that's
sexy
within
boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy's
On the
90
one-
feet away, right? So what's the distance on that? 60 feet.
Well, now he's 60
Well,
feet.
he
because
just moved
Oh,
up 30 feet.
You
Yeah,
moved up
that's
30
why I
feet
moved
though,
up.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking, I'm so lost.
Understandable.
Ooh,
Nice.
Roll damage, he took it.
Oh, its next saving throw is going to be minus a d4.
1 damage.
Ooh, take that 1 damage, bitch.
He suddenly realizes that the very little, like, one of his 2 brain cells is no longer there anymore. That's weird. He keeps going as normal.
It's like fucking Sandy's
He
like
does
fucking
take-
lung that
he does
shrivels
take
up
an-
when she's
No-
like trying to
No,
hold
no,
her
no, no, no,
breath.
no. He doesn't take a D4, he takes a D6.
No, but the d4 is
No,
what he'll
the
lose
D4
off
is
his next,
for his next
wisdom
saving
save.
throw.
No, no, he rolls that. You have Hex on him. Roll Hex damage.
Oh shit, that's right.
Oh yeah, he takes another hex. Another d6 necrotic damage.
Hex.
Roll. Go ahead.
Nice.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Way
Yeah.
more from the hex.
Oh my god. Yep, he bloodied
The
him.
reason I rolled the D4 was just preemptively for if he gets a next saving throw.
Okay,
Yeah.
then
To subtract.
so you realize that you didn't do too much with the mind sliver, but you did curse the person. So currently, as he's running, like he just feels, oh, that's weird. I feel a little less into as his entire head just hair starts falling out, and like you see the necrotic flesh on the back of his skull. He's like, my beautiful hair.
No. What have you done to this poor dude?
This hired
His
help
hair was
over
his
here.
only good trait.
She's gonna move up, but then she's gonna go ahead and shoot her crossbow down at Strawn. Is it 16 hit?
16, yes.
Okay, I think your AC. Yeah, there we go. I fucking figured out how to do character sheets. I figured it out. All right.
I don't know. It took a bit.
You take 4 piercing damage as the crossbow bolt goes into your side.
I mean, I would be like on death's door if this was me. It's just so close.
Fucking loser.
I rolled terribly on my level 2 HP. I was so disappointed.
What's your
Aurelia.
max HP?
18.
Oh, that's still better than mine.
Oh yeah, but I'm a cleric. Like I'm supposed to be a thicker boy.
I think if you moved 30 feet up, you could hit either of them with Firebolt.
Firebolt's 120 feet.
I think you could hit either of them with Firebolt.
You can hit John with Fireball. Go ahead and hit John with Fireball.
Do that. You will have to make a wisdom saving throw to do that.
Fucking
My wisdom's
God.
+2, which is better than any of these
and
other
you do
guys.
have favored by the gods.
I do have favored by the gods.
Fucking, what's going on?
I'm just gonna firebolt the lady with the crossbow.
All right, go ahead.
Nice.
Ooh.
Roll damage. 24 does hit.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
That
One
came
point of
so
fire.
close to being on a 10 and a 9.
yeah.
She's
That'll
just like,
show
you
her.
singed my hair.
How does hair count for damage?
I'm trying to like recalibrate after that explosive energy I've
so
released.
sort of.
I'm really.
So
I'm not
sort-
meant to do this
yeah.
on my own.
Indigo turns around and he's like, "Yeah, it is feast or famine. It's about control, you know."
How do you know?
Indigo doesn't. He's pulling it out of his ass.
Indigo Warhammer.
Indigo learned magic last night. Indigo.
Yeah. Indigo, you are currently. There's this guy here.
Yeah.
He has stopped you in your tracks. If you want to keep running past him, by all means. But
He's like only slightly concerned with this dude. He's just gonna swing at him again because he's here.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Long sword.
You gotta click those dice.
Oh, roll. That'll hit.
Yeah, it hits. Roll damage.
Nice.
12.
Yeah, how do you fucking kill him?
He just pushes the hand off, and this one is. Do we want to go lethal?
I mean,
We've already
I did
exploded
lethal.
one of them, to be honest.
We turned one to pace, so he's like, unfortunately, as kind as I normally am, we've overshone our hand, and he's just like, and it is just like,
do we go non-lethal? There's a puddle of
yeah,
blood.
it is just from the stomach up, and it just is like the quickest painless death you can offer this man. And he's just like,
He falls over dead. He's just like, oh, I should have got into financing. And falls over dead.
that would have been smart move, and he moves 30 feet up.
Okay. I sure hope you're keeping track of this because I've lost it.
Yeah, they're
John
still 30 feet away
Smith.
from the other guys who are 30 feet away from me. So if you move both of them back to around where Aurelia is, we actually have a map again.
Oh, hey, sweet.
Well, Aurelia is further
Except
back.
Aurelia has to be further back.
I haven't
yeah.
moved, yeah.
So move Aurelia back 1 token, and then he's the only one that's 30 feet back.
These guys should be here. Because they're 30 feet away from him. And then
Sweet.
I'm
Alright.
30
We
feet
did
away.
it. We did it. Everyone, we
Fucking-
did it. We
I
got
don't know
it.
if
We
this
did
is
it.
accurate, but this is alright.
I trust Zaltu. He has a house.
True.
I
That's
defer
a
all
yes.
judgments to Zaltu.
Manage
He's
my
doing
finances,
something right.
please.
I mean, it's what I do but with a lot more money than I own.
Alright. It's your turn, John Smith. The fuck you doing?
I mean, let me just check the initiative counter real quick.
You're at the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am. Well, no, I have to move. I'm sorry, I have to move another 30 feet and dodge.
God damn it!
Alright.
We just had one.
Hired help's turn. He's gonna move up 30 feet. I guess that's the representation. Make a wisdom saving throw to see if you can actually hit.
-2.
He
Minus
does not.
that. He does not. And then it's Strawn's turn. fucking, this is not what this map was meant
I was gonna
for.
say, yeah, this is a really long alleyway.
It's not one.
Walking through the fucking streets. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like going from one side of town to the other side of town with this.
That's a nice Eldritch Blast.
That
Nice
does
city, yeah.
hit. Who are you hitting though?
Who do you think?
Yeah,
hired
sexy
help?
man.
Yeah, all right, sexy boy, shoot that
Sexy
damage.
hired help.
The one cramping his Eldritch style.
Nice. Plus
How do you
hex.
kill him?
Wait. Hexblade damage. Or hex damage.
Hex plus spirits,
Yeah, how do you kill him?
True. Gotta add in that.
And that one.
Perfect.
Make it even.
Have him fucking mummify in the street. Just-
Literally just a hole through his chest as he
Yeah,
just looks down.
He's basically sprinting while that happens, so he just starts turning into a wheelbarrow, just rolling down, and then he falls flat on his back. He's dead. He's missing half his hair, and he's dead. Also, most of his chest. Dead.
Been there before.
Love it. Love to see it.
And then my hex will move over to the last target.
Oh my god. That's true. You can do that as a bonus action, yeah.
Yep.
She just
And then I'll
full
move
on
up 30 feet.
She just full on stops, looks behind, and fires at Strawn. It's just like, I'm not dying here. I'm not dying here.
That remains to be determined.
All right.
3 damage.
Did you hear about the lady making glass coffins? Remains to be seen.
I want you to remove experience points for that.
This is a milestone campaign.
Level 1.
You gain reverse inspiration.
Yeah, that was her fucking turn. She's... This ain't looking good for these guys.
Aurelia.
Firebolt.
Damage.
6.
Alright. Fucking, you blast her arm, and there's 3rd degree burns and scorched flesh all along, and she just starts screaming. It's like, oh! That's not what she sounds like. That's what I sound like when I get 3rd degree burns. She's
That
basically
is
stopped in her tracks. So, Indigo.
Apologies, but you got in with the wrong crowd too early.
That it's roll damage.
8.
How do you kill her?
It is his like mercy and compassion as he just like puts the flat of his blade to her neck and he just like spins like, and it's just like a quick slide that just separates the head.
Her head rolls on the ground like a bowling ball, and she is dead. Her body seems to linger for a moment as she doesn't realize what has happened, and then it itself falls over.
I'm going to yell at John and be like, "Wait a minute! I'm interested in insurance."
No, please.
No, we can't afford his rates.
No, I just
Yeah,
need
honestly,
to
you
stop
can't.
running.
To be perfectly honest, adventure rates are incredibly high. However,
No,
my friend did express interest in a further partnership, so to speak. Now,
Correct.
I'm well versed in contracts. Before we go on with this, I just want to say, Jack, I'm so sorry for making this happen.
You guys have essentially ended up like around here with how much you guys have been running.
Wait, where?
Oh, I'm trying to bring up the like
Oh god.
fucking right here.
Oh jeez. Where were we?
You're like over here.
We just fucking booked it. All right. Cool.
I didn't fully have a plan beyond establishing my character and also maybe getting them away, like
I want you to
isolating and
understand.
killing them. But
I loved every second of that. I just don't know, man. I don't know what's real anymore.
Dodge and Sanctuary is so good. Why have I never done this?
That like Acropole did the same thing in the one shot we did with SCP, and it was so
I
fucking
remember.
good. That was the only
It was
reason
us.
he survived.
I remember, yeah.
Holy shit.
It was
Oh,
like
it's fucking
literally 20 enemies from him in the helicopter. He had no choice but to just sanctuary and dodge forehead. Let's do it. It worked.
It works, man. It fucking works. It just works.
All right.
All right,
So-
yes, I am available for hire, for contract at the very least. You
Well,
require some legal and or medical aid.
we can't help but notice that you are interested in that one individual who was skulking around the Torcs.
Yes, well, you see, in my industry, we call that a liability. And
In
we
our
try to
industry-
eliminate liabilities as quickly as possible.
In our industry, we call him a mark, and in our industry, we eliminate marks as well.
Well, that's very convenient. Your industry seems a little barbaric, though, I can't lie.
Da.
Says to the race
Can
of
I?
mostly barbarians.
Yeah.
Can I take icicles and just put them into the necks of these people?
Yeah, you want to try that with the pace guy?
I not that one, but
There's
The rest of
scorch
them-
marks on them.
you know what? I'll put ice marks into the paste on the ground too. I don't know what to do, man. I'm just gonna try and be like, this wasn't me. Maybe this wasn't me.
Sure. You
they
find some
believe it, I'll
icicles
believe it.
hanging from a like they're not
To be
hard to
fair,
find.
there are icicles here, yeah.
Yeah, you
Let's-
just start stabbing them into corpses, and that's the
Let's
thing
just
that's happening.
distance ourselves from the bodies.
I'm just trying to look at Strawn and be like, please don't write this down. Please don't look at me. Please don't look. This is not who I am.
We have time. I can.
Are there any witnesses around?
No, bro.
Oddly
Put icicles into them
enough-
too.
No.
Oddly indeed. I am, before we continue, I do just have to take one little thing, and I'm going to go and make sure that the, just like validate the people that we just murdered, take their insurance numbers based on the papers that they just signed, and prepare those to be submitted to the company, since we do get to repossess their valuables.
You
as they
realize-
did not make payments.
The man's handwriting was gibberish. He didn't know how to write.
That's fucking bullshit, but it still counts, so it doesn't really matter. I take his fingerprint.
Okay.
Was he the one
Oh, that
we
was the guy that
tasted?
was. I take another guy's fingerprint. That's all.
yeah,
You're gonna fucking check this.
sorry.
Who gives a shit?
You're supposed to check this.
Bro, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
This is not how insurance works. I'm just saying.
Indigo goes. Indiegogo. God damn it. Indigo says. While we're having this chat, I did manage to leave a mark on our mark. I can track him fairly easily, but not for much longer.
Well, how
I
much
think-
longer is much longer? Because I do have to admit that I'm feeling quite dead inside
An
and out at the
hour.
moment.
An hour. I can track him from where we are now. It will help me at least to sort of investigate if he's moved from his current position. You all can rest, and then I can head out and investigate.
Do you think that perhaps might be ideal? We did take care of his guard, so that is
Right.
one less. Trying to find the right word.
Liability.
No. Liabilities are the companies. It's obstacles. One is obstacle to confront. When we do get around to managing the liability.
Are you guys going anywhere in particular to rest?
We have that one tavern we can rest at.
Yeah, the North Look. That's also a possibility.
Yeah.
If there's any
I'll-
tavern nearby, you could just go in there too.
It's on the other side of town.
It's the only
Yeah.
one.
Well, I'm sure there's probably a
Probably
couple
some
more, but
arbitrary tavern. We can go back to North Look.
All right, so you guys make your way around, probably avoiding the marketplace for obvious reasons. But you guys do end up going to the North Look, and I'm going to turn on my tavern playlist. All right. So that is where you guys currently are. As you step through, the barman just goes, "Okay, all right. You guys going to cause problems again?"
Problems?
Nah.
Oh, I'm here to solve your problems if you need me to.
I
Have you heard
totally
of?
regret this.
Actually, you know what? I'll get back to you on that. I do need to take a short rest real quick.
He just needs to rest for a bit. Cover him. New hire. Last one did not make through rigorous background check.
Oh, you mean the small
yeah,
one?
the credit score really wasn't up to snuff.
Nah.
As long as he's not here. Go take a
He is
table in the
not.
back.
And Indigo is going to make a would it be perception or survival to try to check up on his
As far as I'm
Our good
aware, you
friend.
just kind of know where
Yeah,
he is.
with
Within
the
a
mark.
mile or something. Which his town is not really a mile long, so you're pretty
Yeah.
much good. I think it's not a mile long. It might be a mile long.
Looks to be about a mile long.
This thing is 1,000 feet. It's about 2,000 feet. A mile is 5,000 feet. So it's
Yeah,
about
so it's
half
not
a
even
mile.
you can kind of tell he's still in the marketplace.
Okay. So for the next hour, I'll be aware generally where he is.
And I'll take a short rest.
Yeah, you guys can all take a short
decent.
rest. How long
Cool.
does Hunter's Mark last for?
An hour.
Okay, so it's gonna end
Yeah.
off after the short rest, but you guys can
Yes.
take a short rest. Roll your hit dice, regain abilities, stuff like that, by all means.
Okay, that's a good
Absolutely
one.
nothing changes for me.
What time of day is it?
It's about it's pretty early in the morning, but you understand that to be like around the time where there's most light, with the aurora.
Right. But we're not going to be
Around
sleeping anytime soon, is what you're saying.
yeah,
Nope.
it's like that long rest happened like maybe 4 hours, finished up like maybe 4 hours
Jeez.
ago.
I'm going to take my other die anyway, because I kind of need to. Okay, of course I do.
Got the exact amount of health back.
Nice. I didn't take any damage that fight.
Wait a second. I had a
Me either.
But Strawn, of course, also regains her spell slots, his spell slots, their spell slots.
Our spell slot.
Communism. I don't get my spell slots back till a long rest.
Me either.
I feel how it is.
Then, yeah, so you guys are currently just kind of sitting at the table. The barman comes up to you. Are you guys going to order anything, or are you just going to sit around?
Hold on. It's only been like an hour.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
still
been an
going through
hour.
menu. Hold on. Yeah,
Did
I'll
you even
order.
bring us the menu?
I'll order a drink. You know,
It's a
definitely
medieval
Indigo.
tavern. There is no menu.
Definitely Indigo has been making a show of like every time like the bar patron like looks at him, he's been making a show of like visibly looking through the menu like he's having a tough time making a decision.
And it's weird because he didn't give you a menu, so he's kind of
Oh
confused.
no, Indigo has a menu that he takes out to do this at bars, so that like bar people will leave him alone until they realize that they don't have a menu.
That's around the time when he finally does show up, and he just goes like, "We don't have a menu. Order something."
Oh, that explains what this was all about.
Should we order something or should we hit the town?
Listen, we got whale stew, we got porridge, we're out of beer,
Ah.
and he just kind of looks disgruntled about that. It's like, yeah, there's
Yeah.
hasn't been a shipment from Good Meat in a while, so we just used up the last of it the other day.
Has been the shit.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Hello? Did you guys
Pretty
not hear me?
There hasn't. Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
hear you
did.
now.
You had cut out
Wait,
for a second.
yeah.
He said.
I heard
there
there
hasn't-
hasn't been a shit. Nothing.
No. He said there
That's
hasn't been a
another one.
shipment in from Good Mead in quite some time. They just used up the last of their mead, like the other day.
Nah.
Do I know anything about trade insurance?
God damn it. No,
Do
we
you?
can't get
I
sidetracked
don't.
again. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do as Zaltu, but
No.
I'm wondering whether or not I would. Okay, my line of thinking is: would I have any idea what could cause a supply breakage from industry?
You really should be a guild merchant background.
A loss of supply would easily do that.
knowledge?
That's the main thing. That's like
We should-
probably the main thing in this time
Like, if
period.
they can't brew barley, therefore ain't no fucking beer coming in.
Probably. You have no
We
idea.
should look into that loss of supply after we finish the murder mission.
I don't know. Beer is
I mean,
pretty
I
important.
I
The
assumed
bread
it was
circuses
just
and all
that
that.
they couldn't grow much because of the
Yeah.
ice.
Well, the question
Probably.
is, do we investigate the
Order
murder?
something from my bar.
I am talking. Do we?
I'll have a glass of water.
Yeah. Do we
He
investigate?
goes outside, he gets a cup, he puts snow in it, puts it on the table, and says, "Wait for it to melt."
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
kind sir. I will take porridge. He's happy now? Are we
You gonna
happy?
pay
Good
for it?
times? Yes, I'm going to pay for it.
He holds out his hand.
How much?
For a meal like
He
this,
thinks
it would
for
be
a second. Oh shit! I didn't expect
6
to actually
copper.
buy anything.
It's 6 copper. No, I have this trusty little thing called a Game Master screen that shows food prices.
God, fucking reaches in his thing. Takes out a silver and he goes, "Do you have change?"
I'll go get it. And he comes back a little bit later with 4 copper and the porridge. Is anybody else ordering anything that he's picking up on the way?
I'm gonna take Indigo's menu and look up and be like,
It's all in giant.
So
I'll
do
tell
you
you what.
not
I'll
have
cover food for
drow
everyone.
mushroom steak?
We do not have drow mushroom steak.
That seems quite exotic.
I'm gonna need more time.
At least somebody
I'll
ordered
cover
something.
food for everyone for this round, since you did technically probably save most of my life.
No.
At least 33% of my life was saved. So
Thank
We
you.
put that on the insurance claim. Yeah, so
Okay.
you toss down, I guess, a silver for, or I guess it would be
well,
a
I
couple silver.
tossed down a gold, and because I only have gold, and I expect change for porridge for 4 people.
All right.
be, For silver, 4 copper.
Yeah, go ahead and give yourself the change back as well. You
Okay.
can. I trust you to do the math. I'm not doing it. Fuck you.
So as we're sitting, Indigo goes. So the question is, do we sit around and wait until wee hours of morning or night to investigate murderer, or do we look into it now?
I mean, looking into it now would probably be quite difficult, assuming he's still at the market.
Nah, it'd be very difficult, but they don't like not having eye on him. But for
Can
and
you-
he looks at John. He goes, reasons we are somewhat compromised.
I think that.
Well, I
it's
don't know what
better
you're talking
to
about,
do
but
it
this like ranger thing that you do, can you do that again? If you see them again?
If I see them, I can
Well, I
mark
mean, I'm
them
sure-
again.
I'm sure we can get you in a position to mark him, and then just as long as we do that, within an hour before they leave the marketplace, then we'll know where they're going. We don't actually need to keep eyes on them the entire time. We just need to make sure that we have eyes on them before they leave the market.
He calls out to the bar, like the barkeep. He's like, barkeep,
What?
what time does the market close? When do they start closing up?
I don't know about any market, because it's kind of important to let you guys. This is DM talk. It's kind of important to tell. It's not really a market. It's just something that Torgs opened up with their sleds.
How
so you
long
have
is
need-
Torg?
Why would I know?
You're a bartender. You're supposed to know these kinds of things.
Yeah, you're supposed to note down.
That is a common misconception that I wish you would not bring into my bar. I don't know
I'm
everything
sorry.
that happens in town.
Do
all right?
am I
are you even allowed
perpetuating
to call it a
harmful
bar, then?
stereotype?
First,
Contrary
you
to
don't have a
popular-
menu, then you don't have drow steak, and now you don't know what's going on in the town. Ugh.
I'm starting to think this is a front.
We're going to have to stay at least in eye shot of the situation and see when they begin to close down. Then
Yes, unfortunately. Do you know, barkeeper? Do you know of any real taverns near the Central Plaza?
No.
Clearly.
do you know of any abandoned houses in Central Plaza not full of drugger that are invisible that would possibly stab and kill us in our sleep?
Is that a common problem around here?
It's unfortunately very common.
Well, shit.
I don't know about
I'm sure we can raise
Duragar.
rates thanks to that. Ha! Wonderful.
I don't know about Duragar, but there is a couple abandoned houses there, yeah.
Wonderful. You might be able to find a way to hide out and wait for it to start closing up.
That does sound like a good idea.
You would
Shall
think
we get
that
moving then?
You would probably think that the time that any marketplace might decide to start closing is around nighttime, which would be
We're never-
for you guys past noon. At some point is rather when they would start closing up.
Strawn, what do you think?
I really wanted that steak.
I agree. I've had a
But
Perhaps we'll find
as
steak
for
in
the
the
current
abandoned.
situation,
If you said that there were Duragar in some of these abandoned buildings, they might actually have drow mushroom steak, considering their primary.
Underdark.
Considering they both
Yeah.
start with the D, yes.
No, it's
Well, I mean, they both
Underdark.
live in the same under area.
I think
You were
it's dark
saying the-
there.
It's
Some kind of
where again?
underdark.
Strawn, you were saying, considering the current conversation.
I feel as if I at least want to keep watch on the target in case they slip out before the market does close.
Nah. Alright, let's go. And we'll head over to the market.
All right. So you guys
If
are trying to
anyone
find
asks,
an
so make sure to
abandoned.
tell them that there is no bar here, since that's not what you are, apparently.
Fucking god. So
I
you
only
guys
antagonize very specific people.
bar people,
That has not been the case.
bar owners.
So
you
it's
guys
just
are trying to-
everyone I antagonize happens to be people played by Jack.
That's everybody.
I mean, and you, we haven't
Johnny.
encountered everyone in this town. Come on.
All right. So you guys are trying to find an abandoned house or something to stake out in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need perception checks.
Sweet. I'm good at these.
I'll make one.
So like,
I'm gonna guide myself.
I'm not so
Go
decent
ahead.
at these. I'm not decent at these.
probably an extra D4
That's
on top of
cocked.
that.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
It's a 7, a natural 20, a 10, and an 18. So everybody else is kind of looking around, trying to find a place that they can try to settle down at. There's a fair amount of guards that don't seem to be paying too much attention.
Clearly.
But there are some people like just going around the town, going in and out of places and buildings and whatnot. With Strawn and Indigo, they kind of like point around and look at stuff. Everybody else is kind of unperceptive of where they might be able to hide, but there is a door that you notice that is kind of ajar, and the windows are pretty
Is it a door or a
dusty and
jar?
snowy. Fucking hell. It's kind
It's
of
only
a jar.
sort of a jar.
It's a jar, but it is still a door.
It's a jar, but like on its side, and the lid has a hinge. You know what I mean?
So it is a jar.
No.
It's a horrible place to stake out in because there's not a whole lot of places to hide. No, but you find a place and you kind of look around. There are some people looking around, but you guys manage to sneak inside unprovoked. You also try your best to stay out of the line of sight from Sefik Caltro and Torga Icewind, who are still trying to peddle some stuff, but are having some meager success because 4 of their employees have not come back yet.
They don't have anyone else there, right? Like it's them.
It was the 4 people,
The 4 people and them.
4 hired help, Torga Icewind and Sefik Caltro. Yeah.
Yeah, minimum wage workers. So flaky.
But you're currently watching out at the street at them as they're still trying to shovel up wares.
Do they look, as we're looking? I mean, I'm assuming we're watching them for a little bit. Do they look in any way concerned that their hired help has not returned?
Torga looks upset. The other dude, your Mark, it looks more or less like he doesn't give a shit.
So he has not changed, basically.
He has not changed. Yeah. He's just like anime brooding in a corner somewhere. Or like, well,
Classic.
he's been forced
So
to kind
I
of stand more up front and help shovel off ware, but he's being more intimidating than anything else.
Yeah.
Um,
Not a salesperson.
yeah. So Torga's trying her best, and that's pretty much what you guys perceive for a while. Eventually, and I do need to change this music because we're not in a tavern anymore. You guys are in a cold, damp place. Well, not damp. I guess a little damp. Eventually, it does
it's raining.
roll around while you guys are just are you guys doing anything in the time that you're perceiving them, or is it just like a stakeout?
I'm kicking rocks. I can't
Yeah.
perceive.
Just fucking. I don't have anything really to do.
Guidance.
Not a
I'm guiding
ritual
everyone
caster. Yeah.
regularly.
All right. Then most of the day passes, and eventually the twilight comes in for a time, and then pretty much stark darkness as some torches are being lit in the square in order to allow people to some amount of vision. And that's when you notice that Sefik and Torga are currently packing up the sleds and bringing them somewhere.
Hunter's mark on what's his name?
You will have to get closer.
Yep. I'm gonna start.
Would you like me to cause a distraction again?
Guide me, and then I'll stealth.
Guide. I can also try and dim their lights. I can just.
No, I can do that too if you need. A bit of thaumaturgy.
You guide me. You dim the lights. Because one guiding is an action and dimming the lights is an action. So
Fair enough.
Well, I can just snuff them out.
that's what I mean. Like,
I mean, I can too.
yeah.
Can you?
But
I'm assuming it's.
Yeah. Control flame.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
So-
that's different. No.
However it's happening, someone do a thing. I'm gonna roll stealth. I'm proficient in it.
And guided.
15.
Go ahead and roll your
and
guidance as
D4.
well.
60.
Okay.
I don't know how the dim light helps, but I'm using it.
Yeah, you managed to kind of like you're just hiding behind carts, going behind podiums, and trying your best not to be seen, going behind walls and whatnot. And then eventually you do get close enough, and you whisper the word of power that grants the hunter's mark upon the back of his neck. And he scratches his neck again. He kind of seems a little bit more annoyed this time as he kind of like looks behind him. But you manage to duck out of sight, and then he just kind of continues on his way. They're currently bringing their sleds and the dogs up to the North Look. Eventually, while tailing them, or like just keeping your hunter's mark, he appears to be at the North Look for some time, but then he starts walking off in a different direction.
All right, I'm gonna go get the group, and we're gonna start tailing him.
Let's tail him from many blocks away.
That's pretty much what hunter marks let you do.
Yeah, Hunter's mark's cool for that.
So, before we took our break, you guys had tracked down Sefik Kaltra and realized that he and Torix were going to the North Look. After some time there, not too terribly much, couldn't have been more than 30 minutes, he started going off in his own direction. I want to say it's important to say that you probably don't have eyes on him, but you are tracking him with Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to close my distance on him.
Okay. You realize in your mind's eye that after trailing him for some time, he stops for a moment and then starts picking up the pace a little bit.
Oh shit, we gotta close that distance fast.
Well, no, it's a mile. We can track him from almost the opposite side of the city. So
Yeah.
No, I
he's,
know, but if he's moving quickly, he might be in pursuit of someone, which means he might be trying to kill someone.
I mean,
After-
killing someone is not a quick process generally.
For
If he
this
stops-
guy, it is.
Okay, well, yes, fair enough. But if he
Yeah.
stops suddenly and then goes in a different direction, look, to be perfectly honest, I don't care about preventing someone from dying. I just want to have the self-assurance that this guy is the problem. Which means if this guy stops and then as we keep following along the way he was going, we find a dead body, I'm perfectly content with murdering that man.
All right. Still,
All right.
I think we should keep going.
Sure.
You guys pick up the pace a little bit to try to close the gap, and he has stopped in your mind again, and then starts slowly going off into a direction. You keep following where he's trying to head to. Eventually, as you guys get closer and closer, you hear a blood-curdling scream of a young woman.
Fuck.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's get there quickly. Spare the dying can still work.
I'm gonna go bring us to this map now. As you guys start making your pace and you're still following the screams as they have not stopped.
Not quickly.
I'm gonna go ahead and
So let's
I
dash.
do
Let's
have
dash.
to remove. I forgot. I need to change this back to limited on John.
Is
Because
this
I'm
the
gonna go ahead and
fountain?
bring his. Yes.
God damn it.
This is what the map was meant for. It is currently very dark out right now, so if one of you wanted to light a torch, that is all by
I'll
all
light a
means.
I will cast light as a cantrip.
I was gonna say no, thank you. I can see.
Yeah.
Real fast. So
I'll
light
cast light on the fountain.
Are you casting light on the fountain?
I mean, yeah. It'll help me see. It'll help everyone see. Stop right there, criminal scum!
The fountain lights up like that. So on the other side of the fountain, you realize that Sefik Caltro, with a dagger of ice in one hand, holds the woman by the throat, realizes that you had come up behind him, and he turns around, putting the dagger to her throat, and he says, I thought somebody was following me.
Sefik Caltro.
You know
We've
who I am.
we've been following your work pretty extensively.
You have caused extensive damage to my company's finances.
Bryn Shander, Tourmaline, Targos, back to Bryn Shander. You've been working for the Torix, is it?
Sure, I work for Torgs, but I find that my real employer is somebody a little bit higher on the food chain.
This does not matter to me.
I couldn't care less.
That counts as a confession.
So, what's your plan here? Put some cuffs on me and bring me away? As the girl's just weeping, is just like, stop, don't let him kill me. And he's just like, shut up!
Perhaps you do not know.
Honestly, I just plan on killing you. I don't think there's any reason to
perhaps
try
you
and cuff
have
you.
not heard of a strong Goliath tradition of a man-tracker. Judge, jury, executioner. We make
Also burial squad in some cases.
We make a strong judgment and pass it.
In any case, I would suggest you drop that knife. And I will cast command and drop the knife to drop. With my one spell slot left, because I don't want her to die.
That's a good one.
That's gonna cost me company.
Is that like a charm effect?
And no, it's just a. Let's see. Just do one more
so-
command. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or follow the command next turn. The spell has no effect if the target is undead, doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it. It doesn't say it's a charm
It
effect.
doesn't work. He just starts laughing at you. You really think something like that would work on me?
Okay, well, sorry. Let me try a bit more of a direct approach.
If
and
you
I'll cast
do
Sacred Flame
anything, I will cut her throat.
on him. I cast Sacred Flame on him.
He takes his reaction and slits her throat. She falls on the ground dead.
Well,
she's dying.
Combat.
Yep. Healing word. Yep.
Go ahead and cast that Sacred Flame, though.
Yep.
There you go.
Here we go.
It's a dexterity saving throw on his part.
I had an interesting idea.
It's
think he
not
fails.
make it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I do need to add everybody to the initiative except women.
Except a woman.
That means I don't
okay.
get to
It was-
play. It's okay.
Damn, savage. Take that 3 damage.
Ooh, an 8. It's a cool die, though.
Was it 3 damage? There we go.
Ooh.
So yeah, she's currently on the ground. Her throat's slit and she's bleeding out profusely.
Let's see if I went. I did not go quickly. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
We'll start
Interesting, though,
from
that makes
John's
sense.
turn as you just cast Sacred Flame.
That
But he did take his
breaks his,
reaction to
pattern.
slit her throat. So she's
Is that part
she's
of
still alive. She's
okay.
grabbing at her throat and she's on the ground, convulsing.
All right, that's fine. We have 3 turns.
All right. Jesus.
I will take my movement to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
She could roll a natural 20 and get back up and be a prominent witness.
True.
Then
It's okay. I'll deal with her next turn. Don't worry about it.
Aurelia.
So she's not like providing cover, right? She's on the ground.
Shut the Jesus Christ, guys.
What?
The
Is that
heroes of the
was that not a
land.
good question?
Use the fucking
She's
fountain
on
if
the
you want
ground.
cover.
Yeah, the
I
fountain
just wanted
provides
to make
cover.
sure.
You have to probably move up a bit. You could probably get to like here and then fire over her.
Okay.
Well, why don't I just?
Because the fountain is in your way.
Yeah, there is the fountain. That's kind of difficult terrain right there. It is frozen ice, but
Yeah.
Oh, well then that's only 20 feet of my movement, and then difficult terrain makes it 30.
so you can get there. Yeah.
Cool.
If you're asking, no, the woman is not currently providing cover. No. Jesus.
Okay. I don't know why that's a bad question. I don't want to.
I often ask whether I can use almost corpses as body shields.
Almost
I just-
corpses.
I just wanted to be sure I was likely to hit him.
Okay. All
He
right.
doesn't have a torch or anything, right?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I mean, the
cast
fountain is
Firebolt.
currently lit. All right, go ahead.
Spellbook. Firebolt. Why did that roll twice?
That was terrible, though. Well, it's a
It only
13.
used
It's at
one.
13.
It does hit. Roll damage. It is
Oh,
important to
wow.
note that he is not currently armored.
He's also
That's
got
pretty
terrible
good.
dexterity. 2
Did
damage.
you roll damage? Oh, I see where that fucking
It-
second attack went. That was fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it went
No, so
twice.
yeah.
So you throw out a bolt of fire, and it goes into his chest. And he goes. You realize that hurt him quite a bit. Not necessarily in the sense that he took double damage, like vulnerability. Mostly just he doesn't seem to like fire too much.
Wow.
Coward.
Wow.
Weird how that works.
Yeah, it's just.
Interesting.
I see that you're scantily clad for this weather. Do I sense a touch of the midwinter of a midwinter child?
I don't know what that means. Please hit me up later if this is your inquiry.
All right, strong.
Unfortunately, he is going to have to hit you up later.
Yeah, I do not recognize this line of
That's
question.
going to be a collect call.
I'm a hex him.
Do it.
Nice 9 on the hex.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's in range.
He's fucking hexed, bro. He's hexed.
Does he have
You
to be
hexed
within
him.
line of sight?
Creature you can
Yeah,
see
I
within
think.
range.
You
Yeah,
gotta
that's like
waddle.
he's
Got to waddle
the
around.
the fountain is like kind of providing cover, but it's not necessarily blocking sight.
Oh, well then okay.
Still, I guess I'll just move like my little tuchus right here then.
All right.
Or
A
wait,
prominent location for your tuchus to be.
and then good old. Not good old.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
Not good
as the Eldritch Blast goes way by him. It is now his turn, and I want you guys to see that in one of his hands, he kind of grips out, and a blade of ice begins forming from the snow around him. And I want to take this time, post this. As soon as I can find it, because apparently I'm having a lot of fucking trouble. There we go.
Oh, damn, look at that almost corpse.
Oh, dude, sweet. He's gonna
So
look
that's-
so good in the ground.
This guy looks way sexier than the guy that was trying to act sexy earlier.
Yeah, exactly. You don't try to act sexy, dude. You're either sexy or you're not. That's just the rules of it. And he's just with a pretty devilish smile on his face. He goes, "All right, I'll take you first." He points over at Swan.
Little spot on with the colors there, huh?
His color scheme is very apt.
First of all, he misty steps here. And
Oh,
then,
good.
yeah, so like he phases into a cloud of snow,
That's-
and then appears right here. He then moves up his speed up to Strawn, and goes to slash at you twice with his longsword.
That's actually pretty good for us, not gonna lie.
Yeah, he was out of
Really good.
He was out of my melee range. Ooh, he rolled
Oh my
bad.
god.
He rolled good on the attack roll, so that's 6 slashing damage and 4 cold damage.
A lot of damage.
He then is going to go ahead and attack again.
He does cold.
I missed, thank God.
So the first one he slashes down and gets you pretty bad, but you manage to kick away from him on the second slash. And he just goes, "I'm sorry, but I am gonna have to take care of you first, elf." Indigo.
Whoa, okay.
Whoa, that's
Look,
racist.
Zaltu, you don't get to point that out. But whoa.
Yeah, not after Western Trail, my guy. Ooh, it's indigo.
Is John visibly a tiefling? Like, do his horns come out of his helmet?
I don't think they would, but you'd probably see my like scaled hands. Like I don't have gloves on or anything. So
Tieflings don't have scales.
Here's the thing. My
Yeah.
boy is still hunter's marked, and he doesn't even fucking know it.
No, that's
Do
right. I gotta put
tieflings
the
have
hunter's mark on.
scales? I guess they do.
17.
That does hit. Roll
Alright, I'm
damage
gonna-
as long with the hunter's mark.
I'm gonna use my favorite foe as well. So that
Just keep front loading all damage, dude.
I mean, that's what you do with boss encounters.
Oh, because you already casted it.
Yeah,
is
because
the
I already
thing.
cast it, so it won't let me do the spell's damage. But it is 1d6.
It's a d6. Yeah, just add a
Yeah.
d6 to it.
So it's an extra 4 points of damage.
And then
plus
favored foe.
Favored foe.
Ooh.
1. So 14 points of slashing damage.
He is not bloodied.
Not bloodied?
He's
Not
not
yet.
bloodied. You just start slashing into him. You notice that he's not bleeding on these gashes and wounds that you're putting into him, and he just kind of
Right.
smiles. It's like, it's
But-
like there's a lot going on here that you don't seem to understand.
Yeah.
I'm merely doing a service.
But as I rush up and I just swipe and I just sort of like bring the blade across his stomach, that rune on the back of his neck just like it throbs like a fucking like migraine in the back like of the base of his neck. And then it's sort of that like understanding of like that was me.
You crafty bitch.
Nah.
No wonder you found me so easily. Then
It's
is
not like you
John
hide
Smith.
that well. You stick out like a sore thumb.
It's
You
my
stick
eyes,
out like
isn't
a
it?
frozen
Look at me.
popsicle.
I'm
Like-
7'5" and blue, but you I can spot a mile away.
It's my eyes, isn't it? I've been told they're quite enchanting.
It's your eyes, and you sort of dress like a villain. You look like a bad guy.
I thank you then.
You don't want to be the bad guy.
Oh, trust me.
Aurelia's
There's
gonna
a
look
lot
at Strahn
worse
and
out
be like,
there.
"What an edgelord, am I right?"
It is John Smith's turn.
I'm gonna move 10 feet over there. I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on the dying lady.
Okay. Her wound closes up, but she is still unconscious. You did, in fact, save her life.
That's
What
enough.
can I say? I'm a bit of a cleric.
That's a hero.
And he just like
then
looks over there. It's like, "What are you doing, you idiot?"
What does it look like I'm doing?
She was to be sacrificed to the Frostmaiden.
That sounds incredibly stupid.
We
and it's
don't
not
cover
covered by
that.
our policies. 10, 15.
You don't
Actually,
understand.
your
If she was
policy-
sacrificed to the Frostmaiden, none of her return gets back.
Your-
No, she doesn't say
Your
that.
policy actually does cover sacrificial offerings, and so you're
Yeah.
trying to stop that.
No. See, it doesn't cover sacrificial offerings, but when she's murdered, that doesn't count.
If she
It
sacrifices
has to be an
herself,
official
otherwise.
sacrifice mandated by the municipal government. There's paperwork involved, okay?
You might think I'm breaking the law here, but she's the one that crossed the line.
How dare she exist?
I'm not going to pretend to understand this, but I will stab you many more times.
What the blue
Aurelia.
guy said.
I'm being paid to kill you. You're aware of this, correct?
Wait a second. I'm not quite done yet. It says 5, 10, 15.
Oh.
And hold on a second. How far away is he?
He's far. He
This
needs
35
is-
feet.
He's 35.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there.
All right.
Stay there. Okay. Yeah, I am done my turn.
Aurelia,
I'm
I am
going-
done my
I'm-
turn.
I am gonna step around the fountain to go 10 and then 20 feet, 10, 20 feet,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to cast again.
Okay.
I don't have the most confidence in myself. but I will cast Chaos Bolt because I can do that.
Sweet.
Jesus. Crit again.
It can hit me because I'm technically closer than he is, and if it hits me, I can Stone's Endurance.
That's true, and exactly my thought process. Chaos Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Cast spell.
Throw it out.
Yeeted it.
That's not a crit.
I don't know if a 12 is gonna hit.
That does still hit. He is not wearing armor.
God.
Damage.
Jeez.
So, pick a damage
Didn't
type.
bounce.
Okay, so a 2 and a 7? Those
Maybe
are-
not cold damage. I don't know. I'm just getting this feeling that
Yeah, do the psychic one.
Yeah, definitely psychic.
No, the cold damage. Okay, fine.
I
He
don't
does
think
take.
cold bothered him.
So 10 points of psychic.
You ever heard of Elsa?
You cast out the Chaos Bolt, and in his head, he just starts hearing this massive ringing sound that starts spurting like what you could only assume to be decay out of his ears. And just,
You should get that checked.
child of Aril, so you turn against me.
I literally am out here to be against you, so this isn't a surprise.
It shouldn't be.
Tron.
Careful, he turned that person back there into paste. It was impressive.
Yes.
Yes, I did that.
Not you. You were also impressive, but for different reasons.
He was a legal paste.
Somehow.
Where do I not have it set up here? Oops.
What is it?
Hang on. Boop. There we go. Put it in my quick bar. Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh.
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 Oh, maybe
No.
a whisper.
Oh.
He
Maybe
fails.
a whisper. That's a pretty good roll, too.
Some good
And
psychic
then the
damage going out there.
D6 from the Hex.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
We are just cleaning out his brain.
So
Squeaky
he
clean.
is
Kicking out
now
cobwebs and
bloodied.
maggots.
Huh.
It is, however, his turn, and his first line of action.
Must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Wrong?
On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to use.
To move as far
Oh.
as speed less away.
It does say that.
So he needs to move 30 feet.
Which presumably doesn't provoke attack of opportunity?
It doesn't say.
No,
it
if you're forced to move, you don't provoke
yeah,
attack. I'm pretty sure
if you're forced to move, you don't provoke
So
attack.
he just immediately starts sprinting off that direction, backpedaling. As you
But the
just
only
realized-
two directions to leave are blocked by the two of us.
I mean, he can climb, I'm sure.
So what is that? He's feared? I'm confused.
He's
is it
not
just this
feared,
one
but
time?
It's just one
It's just
reaction.
that one turn.
Okay, then
Just that one reaction. So now
guess-
that it's his turn, he can do whatever he wants.
You can come back.
He can literally just walk back.
turns, runs back.
I might as well take care of this one. And rolls over here, and he's
I
gonna
would
go ahead.
like that very not much.
He's gonna attack with his. Oh shit! I rolled that wrong. Does a
Well,
14
it's
hit
gonna-
you though?
You didn't.
I did in mage armor, so yeah, it does.
Oh no.
Gang, gang! I can take one hit. That's fine. I'll be fine.
Such
I'll be fine.
confidence.
I'll be fine.
You're resistant to cold.
I
He
am.
has cold damage.
All right. So,
I'm a chilly baby.
I am going to go ahead and.
Welcome
sorry,
to Chili
yeah,
Babies.
I didn't press Alt first, so that's why I'm rolling it again. So this is the damage
So
for
the attack.
that last attack. So you unfortunately do take max damage on the slashing. That's 13 points of slashing damage, and then reduce.
And I take
3
half
points
damage of cold.
So 16 points of damage.
I had 14 health.
You are
Unlucky.
unfortunately knocked down.
Statistically, I was able to survive that.
Statistically speaking, I'm still alive. Falls down.
And as you start going unconscious, you just hear him say, "Rest, Midwinter child. Soon you will see." And then
I think
he misty
You're a
steps.
bitch.
Then misty steps
30 feet. Can't get too far.
right there,
Shit.
and he's going to attack Strawn. I forgot again
Oh no.
to hold alt. This is not the second attack. This is the damage roll because I forgot to hold alt again. So, this is supposed to be crit. There we go. That's how much damage you took.
Oh no.
So
Strawn's unconscious.
18 slashing, 6, 7, 8. How much damage is that total? Is that? No, that's not enough to kill you outright.
No, not enough outright.
Okay.
18
But you
plus
are
8,
now
20.
knocked.
Yeah.
And now finally that hex is off me.
You forgot about the hunter's mark. No.
It is the end of his turn, and you are right
Yep.
in front of him.
Yeah, that's literally what he says as I'm gonna fucking stab him.
That does hit. Roll damage.
Ah, shit, I rolled the wrong one, but it's fine. Fuck it. whatever.
That dice did something fucking weird.
Yeah, favorite foe,
Jesus
nice.
Christ.
Pretty good.
15, and then another d6. To 17 points of slashing damage.
All right. He is pretty fucking hurt. You see he's on death's door, but his smile is not left, as he just seems to
Yeah.
appear that he's just, it looks like I'm sending 5 off to the Frostmaiden today.
Literally what he says, though. Like, he's like, and now the hex is off of me. And he's like, forgot about the hunter's mark. And it's just through the back. And it's just like, boom.
He's not looking okay, man.
Yeah.
John Smith.
I'm considering my options here. I'm gonna
Weighing your options is healthy.
yeah, I'm gonna whip out my fucking crossbow.
Yep. And remember, it's
And-
an item, your item interaction to draw a weapon. So if you were, you kind of need to hold your crossbow with two arms, and you have a shield in one hand and one arm.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't think the shield will help significantly.
It
So
takes an
I'll-
action to doff a shield, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
Does it?
Yeah, it's
it
an
does, to
action
drop
to
a
don
shield.
and doff a shield.
Shit.
Yeah.
Just cast a spell on him.
He's out of spell
Well,
slot.
No, I know, but he has
use
cantrip.
I have cantrips.
Do you have a damage cantrip?
Sacred Flame.
Yeah, I have one.
Oh.
Sacred Flame, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
I really
that.
don't want my shield then. It's not really worth it.
You might decide that you
yeah.
don't want to use a shield. Yeah, that's absolutely a thing.
Sometimes you find out, session 1 of a character, that fuck shield.
I didn't realize that it took an action to drop something.
Well,
I
it's
just ended
it's
up
ti-
getting-
it's
It's because
Yeah.
a shield is literally strapped to your arm,
Yeah.
it takes
so you
yeah, it
have
would
to
take an action
fucking
to unhook.
finagle with it.
Now,
All right.
I
Sacred
will-
Flame then.
I don't remember where the book says this, but I remember reading it somewhere that it doesn't take an action or anything to drop a weapon. So you could probably drop a weapon, then use your item interaction to pick something out of your pocket. But that's that type of stuff.
But that
Blah,
would
blah, blah.
be to like drop your sword and you grab like a
You grab
potion.
another weapon, yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to drawing a weapon that requires 2 hands when you have to hold the shield.
Right.
Can I shoot my crossbow with one hand?
No, no,
Take
you
this
need
out.
two
Not
weapons.
if it's a two-handed crossbow.
You can get a hand crossbow though. That only takes one hand. to
Yeah.
shoot. Yeah.
It's sadly.
I
sadly
have a
light
light crossbow and not a hand crossbow either.
a light
Yeah.
crossbow's two-handed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So two-handed. What's the point of having a light crossbow then and not a heavy one? Anyway, I'll use Sacred Flame. He needs to make a dexterity
I
saving
think
throw.
it's proficiency based.
Can you
Hmm.
cast
A
it
heavy
out?
crossbow
It makes it
needs a different proficiency.
Yes.
when you cast it, it puts a button in chat. I can just click. It just makes it easier. Or it doesn't, because fuck me, I guess. I don't know why you didn't put it there.
Well, I didn't do roll. I did info.
Yeah, there
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Don't worry about info. Just click it.
Yeah, baby.
One
Roll that damage.
That one baby. No.
4 points of radiant damage.
4 points of radiant damage.
He does take all of that.
Oh.
He's undead too, presumably.
It doesn't do anything for Sacred Flame.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it still sounds cool.
It
Unless
does.
if he's,
I'll give it to you. It sounds cool.
Radiant damage on a zombie baby.
Aurelia.
What's good?
Roll
What's
that
good? What's
nat
up?
20 death save.
Oh yeah, of course. Let me just hang on. Let me open up my character sheet again. Let me just look at death save and here comes the nat 20.
oh,
so
so close.
Yeah, I saw that nat one. Oh, it was so close. But yeah, you have one
Almost
success.
20.
Success.
Strawn, I need you to give me a death saving throw as well.
Here comes that nat 20, baby.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, easy.
Don't tell me.
GG, easy.
I don't remember where this
I've
is.
seen you do it before. I've never seen Strawn lose these.
I've never seen Strawn die. I'm just
I
saying.
don't know if there's a death save button. Just roll a d20.
There is, yeah.
There is?
It's right next. It's right next to your. Yeah.
Where?
That's, at least it's not in that one.
That's one.
That's a failure, though. Where is it? I don't fucking. Oh,
It's
that-
underneath the.
Under-
Oh,
Actually,
I see.
Yeah.
It's a.
It's not very
it's-
prominent.
Okay.
It's a
But I
little
see.
bit of a.
It makes sense to be there. That's where a lot of stuff like that is on these character sheets. I just didn't. I was looking next to the health. That's where I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So
you
there
think.
was one failure. Cephik is gonna go ahead, and he's just gonna go ahead and do that thing where he attacks Indigo twice because he's not liking this dude anymore. Ever.
Oh my god.
Does that
Doesn't
13
hit.
No.
14
no.
AC. He does a thing where he just puts up his bracer against the blade.
You roll. Okay, there. That one does.
Meets AC. I'm gonna use my
Meets
stone's
AC
endurance.
counts though. Yeah. So that's.
I'm gonna use my
yep.
stone's endurance.
Roll the stone's endurance.
Let's see how much I can negate it by. Fucking where is it?
Big
Where is it?
numbers,
There it
baby,
is.
big numbers.
Minimal.
Small numbers.
Minimal.
So you take 5. Well, you take half the cold damage, but you
Yeah,
also
so 2.
negate 3 of that slashing
So
damage.
14 points of damage.
Yep.
Minus 3. So 11 points.
It's still pretty beefy for you, but you do have the most health in the party, so.
Yep. So I'm at
All right.
9 hit points. So I'm over bloodied, but I am still up.
He is gonna end his turn there, and he's just like, the Frostmaiden demands these sacrifices, and they will not be denied.
Minimize it.
Okay. In a second. I go, the Frostmaiden has done nothing for me to deserve demands. And I'm going to attack with my longsword.
That one. No. That hits.
All right.
No.
I don't have any more favored foe yet, but I do have a hunter's mark still. 7
Okay,
points
so
of
you-
slashing damage.
Does take the slashing. He does take the hunter's mark. All right. Something you've kind of noticed though over the course of the last couple of rounds is that the wounds that you've inflicted on him have frozen over.
Fuck, he's healing.
Some of them. It's not very fast, and that's why you've only just noticed it now. John Smith.
It also doesn't look like radiant damage affects that then.
Yeah. It was fire. We needed going fire.
Oh well, I'd love to.
I can't bring anyone back because I don't have any healing spells.
Yep.
You have
That's fine,
healing
that's
spells? The fuck you mean you don't have healing
I
Yeah,
have any
spells?
spell
spell
slots. That's not
Oh,
Use the casting
shit.
sanctuary back to back to back to back.
I guessed the command to try and make him drop his thing, and that was my
Oh
covered spell
yeah,
slot
that's
from the
right.
My other idea in that scenario was to cast Thaumaturgy twice, which would make a small tremor behind him and the audible sound of someone dropping to get him to turn around.
Okay.
That's
It was really cool in my head, but I didn't get time to voice that.
20, 25, 30. Yeah. I was gonna
You should
get up. in
have
his
moved
face.
up on your turn too.
Yeah, I thought about that before the start of this turn, but not
It's all good.
soon enough.
No worries.
I mean, you can hold action.
No, he's gonna have to Sacred Flame too.
No, because he can just attack Indigo, no problem. Like, there's no reason to move into me
Yeah.
for literally no reason.
Unless
So
he
yeah,
downs Indigo.
It won't matter.
I don't want to consider that option. So I won't, and I will Sacred Flame him once again. Dexterity saving throw. Sorry, let me cast it.
Yeah. It honestly just puts the button out there that I can click, and look how easy that is. He succeeded.
Unlucky, dude.
So he
All right.
dodges out of the way of the mystic fire that rains down from the heavens. And he just goes, I only follow one god, unfortunately. And it's not yours.
This is not divine. It's corporate corporate magic.
He just looks confused at that. That's
You don't know corporate
perplexing. then.
spellcasting? It's a very widely known branch of magic.
Aurelia.
Branch.
Aurelia, that's safe.
Death save.
Nat 20.
At 20.
That's
Yes,
a success.
That is another success. Strong death
It's
save.
not a 20. It counts as a failure.
Oh, thank
That's
God.
one
Good
success.
job.
You're a nat 1 away from death, though. Just keep that in mind. Cephalic Caltro is going to do something. He's going to go ahead and hear me out. He's going to attack Indigo, but with one hand. Only one-handing his sword this time.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh.
He is, however,
Should've
going to
used both
materialize a dagger in his other hand, made of frost, and he's going to chuck it at John Smith.
Ice knife.
Nothing going, baby.
He does, however, Misty Step over here. He's just like, it
I guess you
appears
see
something's
that.
gone terribly awry.
Yeah.
You do notice that some of the frost freezes over on his wounds and he begins healing a little bit more. Indigo!
You can move to him, in theory.
What is it? Control.
It's Alt before you do it, and then you double click or something.
No,
like
it's
that.
control before you do it, and you just
Control, and then you let go.
then you let go and click and drag again.
No, you let go of the mouse, my guy.
Left mouse button.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
Haha.
Well, if the base of the fountain doesn't count as typical terrain,
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter because you can get around the bottom and go over here.
Yeah. I
That's
move
the most
here,
difficult thing.
heading him off, and then I stab.
You do it. Do stab.
Stab.
Nat
Stabby,
20.
stabby. Come on, baby. Big
Oh, you
demon.
did an alt roll.
It's not that
I
funny,
did
but-
not roll. Shit.
That hits.
I'll do another one for damage. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't be
You've
the
been
nat 20
doing it.
there.
Leave me alone.
Okay, it's the same number.
That's funny.
Ooh.
God damn.
I made my
Hex.
bed. I'll lay in it. Yeah. It's
You
not
do
hex,
still have
but
Hunter's
whatever.
Mark.
Yeah. For 9 points of slashing damage.
He's looking particularly bad. John Smith. It's just like,
Gotta walk around
Don't you
the fountain
see?
again.
she's the one that
No.
removed herself from the drawings. She's the one that decided that she was above everyone else from being sacrificed. I'm only doing what's right.
No, I don't see.
I disagree, and so does the company I keep. It's a fucking Sacred Flame. It's the most only. Well, can I actually get up to him? A second, I
I
was
don't
here.
think so.
Like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You were
No,
one
that's
below.
40 feet of
If I
movement.
go diagonally, I'm pretty sure I can.
You were one below because you were just out of range
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
get to him.
Yeah, you can
right.
do that.
Yeah, but if I'm here, right?
You get
Yeah.
there then, right?
So it's like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
diagonally.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make it right here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Do it.
Switch tools now.
There we go, like that. And then what space?
Space, yeah. There you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beneficial.
Puts you on a little track.
And there's a
I'm like,
mace.
okay, forget the fire, the corporate magic and stuff. Have you heard of mace? Bonk.
Oh, you mean that
pepper
stuff?
Oh.
You're like pepper spray. No. Yeah, go ahead and roll me an attack roll with mace.
Mace attack. Here we go. That's probably not going to hit.
That's not gonna hit. I'm for it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Should
All right.
have said the stuff with the corporate magic.
Aurelia, I need a death saving throw. You're one success
Natural
away.
20.
There.
Nat 20.
My last chance.
Oh, no!
You guys are gonna
The good
die.
news is I get one more chance.
The good news is you do get one more.
I get one more chance to natural 20.
Strawn.
Aurelia's gonna fucking die.
That's a success.
Hey.
How many? That's
Is that two successes, one fail?
Two
Yeah,
successes,
two
one
successes,
fail.
one
Yeah.
fail. And
Yeah,
for
you're set
Aurelia,
up
it's
great.
2-2.
Cephalic Caltro is saying, nope, I'm done with this. And he's going to just two-hand the Ice Longsword after Indigo, finishing him off, hopefully. Fucking goddamn!
Negative Ghost Rider.
Jesus Christ!
Miss again. Just
So
blocks
it's
it twice
Like-
with the bracers.
He
Wonder
is
Woman this
looking particularly haggard after all this. Like, his wounds are healing, you feel, but it is just not enough. It is Indigo's turn.
All right, we're doing.
Take him
we're
down,
doing
because I
more
really want to
shit.
spare these guys from dying.
Ultra.
Yeah, I'm doing my best.
Oh, that's good. That's
Ooh.
good.
Good.
Let's
Roll
roll high on
damage.
damage. Roll high on damage.
Hey.
Hey!
How do you
Plus
kill
a
him?
D6. Wait,
Yes!
How do you kill him?
Plus the D6. Nice.
I go. This has really been bothering me, comrade. You have something on the nape of your neck. Let me get it for you. And it is just one swipe clean through the rune that just like lifts the head up off of the shoulders. And as it spins around with the butt of the thing, it just knocks the head off to the side.
Jesus.
Just
Pommel.
yeah, the pommel. Just
As his head falls to the ground,
and then John Smith, please use your turn to
Yeah,
stabilize.
immediately.
Aurelia.
Yeah.
On this round, I'm going to spare the dying on Aurelia, and then technically Strahd has to make one more death saving throw, and then I can go and spare the dying on her.
do it.
Yeah.
Get strong. Give me a
Yeah.
death save.
Yeah.
Do not roll in that one.
It's highly not recommended to do that.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
failure, but you
Yeah.
can. You
It's
then
a
you
failure,
both
but
end,
it's time.
you both
Yeah,
end
then you'll
up
both fail.
stabilizing. So I'm gonna bring SD here.
I don't have to roll again because I got 2
No.
and 2.
Yeah, you're
No,
good.
because I
You're
spared the dying. You.
We're matching. We both almost died.
good. Jesus Christ, guys.
Full HP. Don't worry about me.
Feast
So-
or famine.
As his head rolls on the ground and John Smith stabilizes his allies, the head looks at Indigo with a smile, still smiling, and he speaks. This isn't over. There's a lot more.
What the fuck?
Just stop it! Stop it!
I look over
Dude.
and I pick up the head while it's
The
talking.
Frostmaiden will have this land.
Doesn't she already? I mean, honestly, look around me and tell me that she doesn't already.
And the head
Hold on.
begins to freeze over and turning into an
That's
icicle.
exactly what I'm talking about.
I throw it to the side. I'm gonna begin going through his
I
shit.
go pick it up.
Or wait, no. We do need the head. We do need the head because I have to prove that I killed this one to turn in our mission.
I put it in my backpack.
Technically, you're incorrect.
Thank you, Strong. I'm gonna go through the gear.
Real fast. He doesn't appear to have anything on him. You two wake up in an hour. He appears to have not really cared much for worldly possessions. You see what appears to be about 5 silver, and that's it.
Can I make sure the girl that I saved is fine as well?
She
She'll
appears.
also wake up in an hour.
There's a
She'll-
scar. There is a scar, but she appears to be alive, and she wakes up
Cool. That's pretty buggers.
in
in
about
4
4
hours.
hours.
Fucking
Yeah, in 4
civilians.
hours. Yeah, civilians.
We'll take
But
her
eventually-
back with us.
Strawn and Aurelia do wake up with 1 HP. Probably
We-
upset
we
that
should-
they've been down for the 30th time already.
We should probably have moved them inside and not just
Yeah,
let
we'll-
them lay
we'll
on the
go-
floor,
we'll go to the
snowy
tavern.
ground
We'll-
for an hour.
We'll bring these 3 people to the tavern.
Are you sure?
What do you mean?
Seems like the right thing
Should
to
we
do.
just carry 3 unconscious bodies after an attempted murder and successful murder of a man in the street?
It was self-defense.
Where do you
He
want
attacked us first.
I would
kind of.
assume we could just find a different building
Not
or
yet.
just stay where we
That's a
are.
good. Actually, can I do like a survival
No,
check
no.
to see where she was running from, and can we just go into her house?
Oh, that's not bad.
No. Just
But can
give me a survival check. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Investigation.
Investigation. I'm proficient in both. Fine.
That's not
12.
You are.
Not
The
terrible.
wind hasn't been blowing too terribly much, but it is obliterated the track. No idea where she came from.
Fuck. All right.
especially with all the traversing around the fountain.
Yeah. Let's we find place. Let's just go. We can't go to the North Look. we can't go to the North Look.
Cannot carry 3 bodies there.
We will have to probably go to the fucking.
The inn on the other side of the
There is,
Town?
if you guys wanted to, there is the House of the Morning Lord at church.
I am a cleric, and
I
with an acolyte background, so they should be able to provide me with a place to stay.
Let's
Well,
do
it
that.
would be
Yeah.
for your religion, and corporate doesn't exactly line up with the House of the Morning Lord with Lathander very much. So
What is
It's-
corporate?
but
if
it is
not
a
the religion
church.
of the masses?
Let's
It
go
is a
to
church.
I will say
cleric.
we found these 3 people left here. Oh no!
They require help, my
And
father.
we can turn in the mission after these 3 people wake up, and we get
Alright.
like some rest.
So you all try your best to carry 3 individuals and a head.
I'm fucking indigo. I can carry 2 people by myself.
I'm decently
Alright, so
strong
you're-
as well.
Yeah. So you guys
like it.
carry them in, and as soon as you are like knocking on the door, like the door opens, and there's some lights on inside with some torches lit, and a priestly-looking man is holding a candle, and he just goes, there appears to be unconscious people in your hands.
They need the help of the Lord.
There was an attempted murder in the street. We
3, actually.
Come inside.
4.
immediately, Come.
we come inside.
He
That's
essentially like
insane.
he brings you all the way up to the front where the altar is, and he just starts taking things off very gently and putting them on the ground as fast as he can, and says, I don't have room for all the bodies, so you'll have to just put one here. The other
That's
ones,
fine.
there's a flat surface right
I
here.
have spared
on
the
the side.
dying on them with the power of the divine magic. They should be
I just
stabilized. However,
I
they do
fucking
need to rest
lay
and recuperate.
fucking just lay Aurelia and Strawn and fucking 2 of the people and just like fucking I had
Pile
taken
them on
care
each
of it.
He goes ahead and he casts Cure Wounds on everybody.
Damn, what a shag!
Not everybody,
actual
just the
shad.
3 people, just the
Yeah.
people who were unconscious.
I mean, that's still like a level 3 cure
That's still
wounds.
impressive.
No, that's like a level 1 cure wound.
He's just casting
It's
it
3 times.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like he was casting like cure mass wounds. or something.
1d8 plus his wisdom modifier, which
That would be
is
much
plus
more of a Chad move.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
Just fucking levitates off the
A
floor.
level like 9 cleric or paladin.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was so surprised.
He's a priest.
I just run my simple church.
So these the
Who
6
I wish
the
them to
6
be
and-
healed.
the 6 goes on Strawn, the 4 goes on Aurelia, and then the 5 goes on the woman, which basically heals her to full. And I'm just gonna go ahead and bring on some of this different type of music. As he finishes up his cast, he looks pretty drained himself, as that would have taken quite a bit out of him. Hell, it would have taken quite a bit out of John.
Yeah, that would have been all
Yeah.
the spell slots for the day.
But you two wake up, and then the woman also does, who is currently very frantic.
It's all right.
I was my throat.
Nah.
My
It's okay. It's all right. Hey, you're fine. The man is taken care of. You are no longer in danger.
he said I belonged to the Frostmaiden. That
Nah.
He was a bit crazy.
Bullshit.
Okay.
He made up words and random things.
Yes, the
attacked
Lord has
us with-
punished him for his transgressions.
He
Is this
attacked
because
us with
I-
icicles. He started
is
talking.
this because I bribed the guard? I just got my
No,
name
no, no.
drawn from the. Oh god.
Name drawn from where? What happened?
I didn't want to die. I inherited
You know, if you
some
stop
money
right
from
now,
my grandfather.
we still have
Hold
like,
Let her talk.
okay,
I-
well,
I used the money to get my name taken from the lots, so I wouldn't be sacrificed to Ariel.
Oh.
if it makes you feel
well,
better,
yeah.
your insurance premium will go down.
Oh, thank God.
Aurelia
Thanks, the morning Lord.
will raise from the pew and be like, I do not. And he's like, labored breath because he's recovering from a stab wound. And he's like, I do not blame you for this actions, however, that is unfair.
Interesting.
I'm gonna need you to explain more about the whole name drawn thing.
Strawn, you're new here.
The priest steps in and he says, "Well, it appears there's quite some going on here. My name is Michon. I'm the person that runs this church. It appears that you are new here. There are some laws that have sprouted in the last 2 years since this never-ending winter has been brought upon us. There are those. It is completely random. Anyone can be drawn from the lots, but those who are in Bryn Shander, East Haven, and Targos, the 3 towns that sacrifice people to a rill, in an attempt to bring about summer once more.
How's that been working out for you?
It has.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah, so you'd think that you would like try something else at this point, or you're just to invest. I can't imagine that the birth rates are high enough to sustain this. Hence the numerous empty buildings in the city. Out of curiosity, who's mandating this?
People get desperate, John.
I guess it's
Well,
not
they've been desperate for the past 2 years. People try other things. They get more desperate.
No, not.
Or they double down as hard.
Yeah, duh, they do. And he sort of like taps Strawn's bag, the head. Just like,
Yeah, fair enough. But after 2 years of this will be widespread.
You will notice after some time that there appears to be some creaking from the attic as you see a ladder currently being climbed down by what appears to be a small bear-like creature.
Ewok.
Yeah, they eventually walk down the stairs and goes, Mishan, what's going on? I heard commotion. You realize that it isn't a bear person, it's just a gnome in quite a lot of furs.
It's Sophia's son.
That's,
do you know a man named Sophius?
yeah, I was his student for a time. My name is Copper Knobberknocker. That's actually his name. I'm not fucking with you.
This is unfortunate. I have very bad news.
Jack, I can tell
He
you
was-
that you had the chance to change it.
I did
made
not
it not
want
that.
to. Yeah, he was a brilliant machinist. He brought about lots of technology to the Sword Coast in his time.
That
He's a brilliant
very
man.
unfortunate. He has succumbed to age.
He kind of looks around at like everybody who's currently suffering from stab wounds, and he's like,
Yeah.
that type of age or just old age?
This type of age.
I mean, a mixture of both.
Nah.
I'm not. I wouldn't say that I'm happy that he's gone, but he was an old man.
He's resting.
Right. I'm sorry. I heard a commotion, so I came down, and Mishun speaks up and says, "It's okay. There were some people in an attempted murder. I was just healing them." Oh, so you heal them, but you don't heal my paper cuts. Copper, can you please go back upstairs?
You can understand the difference between paper cut and attempted murder, correct?
Yeah.
Or are you actually one of these Sophia's
It
students?
really hurt. Okay.
I bet.
I
can
feel
show
bone.
you if you'd like. I can show you some techniques for handling paper. I'm quite a master at it myself.
No. I'm fine. I can do it myself. He
Nah.
starts curing his paper cut with his own magic.
Cast the mask out.
Cure
You
wounds.
guys cure wounds to heal paper. This
No,
is
I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, there is much to be learned in this.
The
We rest here for the night, Father. I don't know if we call each other Father in this particular.
yeah,
religion.
it would.
Traditionally, I've heard that you say daddy.
Can I take
Michelle.
a rest, Daddy?
In my
Copper-
tribe, we use comrade.
Copper is laughing his ass off, but Mishan just looked kind of like defeated. Yes, it's that is all right. You can stay here the night. You as well. And he looks over to the woman, and she just shakes her head, and I'll be back. I'll put some tea on. And he goes off to the side room and just kind of leaves Copper with you guys.
I'm going
So-
to.
So, Noble Knocker,
That's my name.
you create a lot of inventions. You make things, right?
Well, I was learning. I didn't quite have the knack for it, so I turned to religion.
Okay.
Those who can't
Well, that's a
teach.
little bit of a harder sell, but is there anything dangerous that goes on in here?
I'm going.
People are
I'm
dying
going
every
to
day
cut-
from frostbite.
I'm going to cut John off from doing a sales pitch on people that just helped us. And I'm going to lean into him like too close and just be like, do you have more healing?
Let me look. Because he's an acolyte, not a priest, so he doesn't have nearly as much. He does cast Cure Wounds. He's like, okay, where's the paper cut?
Show him.
I'm going to motion
the
down.
sucking chest wound.
Yeah,
that threatens to collapse your lung.
To the lack of shirt that I'm wearing and the open hole in my stomach.
I'm sorry,
That's
that's
the heart beating in there.
What do you think, Doctor?
That is not. That's 6. Sorry, I added +1 by accident. So he heals you for 6 as he puts it on. That's quite the paper cut. You don't want to get. Yeah, you're reading scripture again.
I agree.
get it. Yeah, it happens every time I open a book.
Dude, imagine you open the book. Oh, my lungs.
I mean, that's how it feels being in school.
True.
Indigo, who is still bloodied, is smiling because this is a successful hunt and kill for him. So he despite being still grievously wounded and injured, just has a beaming complexion and is just very happy. And so he's got fucking stab wounds out of his chest, and he's just all in all, I consider this successful mission. I'm glad that we are friends and that we have successfully gotten this together. In morning, we will go by and claim success.
I'm going to Healing Word, Strawn.
All right.
Full HP and completely untouched during that last round of combat. I'm going to just take out my paperwork that I have to fill out for neutralizing the threat and start filling it out on the altar.
Be careful.
Right.
Apparently, paper cuts can be pretty nasty.
Oh, yes, well, I'm a master, a paper handler.
So
there's
Copper
a dagger in your fucking vial work in this.
Copper speaks up. Is so you guys look like the type that go around adventuring.
We solve problems.
I have a full-time job.
Well, I was hoping you might be able to help me with something. It's nothing too grand, but if you ever find yourself out around that area.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but could we possibly resume this conversation tomorrow? It is rather late.
All right, fine.
In the morning.
I'm saying that half in, half out of game because it is tended.
Correct.
All right.
If possible, can we say that we do the we can role play it tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Next week.
Tonight, yeah.
But can we just do the turning in of the mission so that we can do our level up and not?
You guys will level up, by all means.
Okay,
but yeah,
sweet,
so
cool.
we kind of, as you guys
I didn't want to do that 5 seconds in the game.
it's more it's more like Copperknocker goes if you ever find yourself out around this area, and he pulls out your map, and then the camera kind of pans out of the church over the snow-swept terrain of Bryn Shander out to the rest of Icewind Dale, and over the sky you can see a massive bird that appears to be drawing an aurora over the sky.
Aurora Borealis?
Yeah, and that's where we're going to end it for today.
Awesome.
I don't see the bird on the map.
It's not there. It was
roll initiative on bird.
Yeah, roll initiative on bird.
So,
thanks everybody for watching this thing. See you later. Get out of here. Bye.
All right, bye.
There's the bird.
Yeah.